Welcome, everybody, to the Journeymen Lounge podcast.
You better be praying to God because, you're 14 and losses in a row. You're going to need Jesus.
Am I wrong?
I thought you were pretty wrong, yeah. And welcome back to the Journeymen Lounge podcast. I am your host, Ryan. To my right, Bobby. To my right, Woj, a.k.a. Elton John. I'm just kidding.
Every time.
I got to sneak it in there every now and then.
Hey, man, it's all right. You're giving us the fucking Delilah at 2 a.m. voice over here.
Delilah.
Like 93.9.
Oh, my God, that lady's the... I want to hear all about your problems and your family and your love and just call in with whatever.
No, she's got...
She's soothing as hell.
That's what your voice was right there.
Was
It was
awesome.
just like
I
2
enjoyed
a.m.
it.
like, I'm here.
Like NPR.
It's late at night
Late
and
at
we're
night.
cozying up. Tell me all your dreams.
Hey, big boy.
You took it there.
Yeah,
All right,
you went
so what do we got on tap
so,
here, Ryan, for
yeah.
126 part 2?
Yeah, we're going with Heat, the 1995 classic. Crime drama, a little bit of action mixed in there. Written and directed, of course, by Michael Mann. Features an ensemble cast led by Al Pacino and Robert De Niro in the co-leads. Al Pacino is Vincent Hanna, a robbery homicide detective who is chasing down a crew of robbers led by Robert De Niro's character, Neil McCauley. Got supporting roles in there from Tom Sizemore, John Voight, Val Kilmer, what's his face, Danny Trejo. You got William Fichtner in there.
Such a cast.
Wes Studi, Michael T. Williamson. And then you got, what's her face, Ashley Judd. It's Val Kilmer's wife.
Natalie
And
Portman, right?
Diane Verona is Pacino's wife in this. Amy Brenneman is De Niro's love interest. Edie. Quite a cast. So it said released December 15th, 1995. $60 million budget, grossed $187.4 million. So definitely made some money. It kind of got snubbed at the Oscars. It didn't really get a lot of love, maybe for like sound editing or something like that. But like, no actor nominations. Kind of looking back at it, like, well, that's kind of weird. Because I would say this is turning, this is like, I would say a modern classic. Definitely. After this movie, every bank robbery movie is kind of like an homage to Heat, or like a lot of the scenes are taking what Heat did. Like they kind of set.
I don't know, man.
The
He
bar.
had their own, I think, element, though. I don't know.
I would say Heat could be set as like a standard of like what to do right.
What to do.
I mean, like the
right,
town is awesome, but it definitely takes a lot from Heat. I
Sure.
might say I like the town more, but I'm saying, but like without Heat, the town probably does not.
What about Point Break?
exist.
Wasn't that right?
Point Break's
around
before that. It's
Okay.
91.
So I thought Point Break did a fun.
Point Break is a great job. I'm saying, but after this, like this kind of set the bar. I feel
Okay,
like,
I would agree. Yeah, for the intensity.
and there are definitely like more direct like Heat ripoffs. Like if you've ever seen like Den of Thieves, that's like definitely like pretty much Heat redone. I like that movie, but I'm just saying. Yeah, great movie. So, what's your guys' experience with Heat? When did you first come about it?
Whoa, start us off.
Do you frequent it? Give me something.
I mean, Heat is for sure R-rated, so
Wow.
it's not anything that would have like graced the like my formative years. Like from it came out in 95, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I was 4 at the time. So like he was definitely something that I ventured upon later, but it's like kind of one of those like quintessential action movies, I would say. I think it does fall out of the rotation a little bit, being a 2 hour and 50-minute clip. Sometimes it's not something that I've always kind of gone to, but like it's definitely something like 17, 18 plus was really, really like started seeing it. Okay, I would see it probably like, I don't know, maybe like 1 to every 2 years, 3 years. So it's not, again, it's not a usual one, but it's like something that's iconic.
You enjoy it when you do pop it on.
When I watch the full thing, Heat is a little tough.
It is long.
It's a little tough when you're just in the middle of scenes or whatever that you're like, okay, you're not to an action scene yet. There's the dialogue
A lot of
beforehand.
relationship scenes.
Which, again, if you watch it in the full context, you get, okay, I'm seeing both sides of the coin now,
Yeah.
the flip of that coin.
The flip side of that coin.
Yeah. But, so yeah, I mean, I would say 18 plus is when I kind of really started doing that. But
And he's a multiple sneezer, so here we go.
Actually, I'm the multiple sneezer.
There's another. And one more. Oh, no. All right. I was going for a
You
4.
are so good looking. There you
There it
go.
is. I watched Heat probably for the first time when I was in my early teens. I wasn't 18 plus. I caught it in early teens, and I was like, what a powerful, especially we're gonna get to it. What a powerful movie, and I think just the shootout scenes. I thought that was something that was expanded upon in a great way. I loved this movie. Loved the cast. Trejo, you got a young Trejo in there, and you have Val Kilmer, who I idolize after Tombstone. So this all kind of plays to it. And you have Robert De Niro does a great job. Just well written, well directed. Just everything about this movie is great. To Woj's point, I probably watch it at least once every year. I'd say that's probably on par for what I do. But if I catch it on TV, if I'm doing something or if I'm at work, pop that on. I already know what's going on, but you know, there are things that could be done better. But great fucking movie, love it.
Absolutely, yeah. I came in this a little later, probably like Woj, definitely after high school. I think it was on TV, but it's like TV's not the same. It's edited. And it wasn't one that I gravitated toward right away, like Goodfellas or something like that. But later on, I was like, oh, everybody talks about the bank robbery in Heat, and kind of made me want to and I love Pacino and De Niro.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, they're starring. This is the big draw for this movie was the two of them on screen together, co-starring in a movie. They hadn't been in a movie since Godfather 2, and they didn't share any screen time in that. So this is the first time we got both of them. So that was the hook of this.
Sure.
And it's a heist movie. I love heist movies. So I grew to love it. Actually, the first time I saw it, I kind of didn't like it as much as I thought I would, because it is long, and there's a lot of, if you're not ready for it, a lot of trying to build the characters, which is actually good, obviously, with the relationships of their home life and their significant others and things. But I think obviously the bread and butter of this movie is the action scenes, the bank robbery scenes, the diner scene with De Niro and Pacino. But their performances in the movie are really what carry it. Every time they're on screen, it's just you're like, oh man, what's happening, what's going on? You're intrigued by it. Just they
command your attention.
Definitely among, if not among their best roles. I think best movies. So yeah, I definitely one of the better, like I said, heist action, if not movies, for sure at least scenes, like the bank robbery scene itself.
You know what's crazy? I'm going to add a fun fact to this. They actually use that scene or that sequence to train our military, in the sense of, look at them. They're doing
tactical
retreats and moving down. They're moving forward, progressing, checking your back, going forward, getting cover, and even their mag.
Val Kilmer is very good at the reloading.
So
is De Niro.
Everything was tactical, and they were able to clear a city street full of cops and get themselves to a point where they could, get loose. But I'm just saying, the military uses this is how you do it.
Yeah, and the rest of the cast, very good ensemble cast, like we said, good supporting cast. I kind of wish, if anything, Pacino got a couple more guys for the cops. I feel like that De Niro had the better crew of actors for the.
That's a fair assessment. Yeah,
if we're comparing the two, I would say for me. But so let's just get into it then. We got to definitely start. Obviously, the opening scene. The opening robbery scene, but everything leading up to it beforehand, De Niro's being, he's going into the hospital, being very careful, not really touching anything. He's using his elbow to hit the button, to get the ambulance they need to get the getaway vehicle. And then you got you see Wanger at the Mexican restaurant. He's just meeting Sizemore in the truck. You can tell that he's a new guy for the crew. He hasn't been part of it, and he's kind of on Sizemore's nerves. Hey buddy, Stop fucking talking. Shut the fuck up.
Let's stay focused on what we got to do.
Yeah, but the way they set up everything is very regimented and timed out. They have everything planned to a T. Robert De Niro, as the leader of this crew, you can tell has gotten everything together, like, the explosions, the vehicles, the timing of how we're going to stop the car. And then, he pulls out in front of him, I believe, with the ambulance.
Yep.
And then they stop the fucking semi, rams it.
Turns it on side, yeah.
Flips it.
Hits into the car lot, and then, they blow it up. And when they blow it up, all the car lot windows shatter. It's so sick. And just like, all right, call one out, 30 seconds. We got, they know.
Yeah, they know the timeline.
And then they're setting up the spike strip, so they know which direction they're going to come from. So they know they're giving them a little extra time to escape when they do. And then, and when they're I think it's Val Kilmer's in the truck, he's going for a specific thing. He's not going for loose cash. He's looking for this one item, the bearer bonds.
Yeah, again. Hey.
And then, you can see again Wayne Gro's character in this movie is a loose cannon and a wild card and fucking
more
nut
to
job.
More to speak on his role, but I get it.
The three guards are all he's holding gun on him, and the one guard is that you don't think he doesn't know. You don't know if he's hearing him or not. He has like a blank stare in his face, but Wayne Gro perceives it as
a threat.
Like why the fuck you looking at me kind of thing,
and
like,
approaching me a little bit. Yeah.
And then he winds up. They're about to leave. They got the money. Everything's good, and he pops the guard, and the kid kills him. The other guard reaches out of his ankle holster. They have to kill him, and then once they kill them, they're like, well, no, we can't have any witnesses. So
right.
Get execution style, 2 to the chest, 1 to the head, third guard. But obviously they didn't want to do that.
Wasn't part of the original plan.
What do you guys think of that first scene? I think it's a good job of like setting up the movie, like getting you intrigued, and like kind of does a good job of like describing the crew without using words necessarily, like showing us like how they operate. And I don't know, what you guys have any thoughts on it?
Yeah, I think it sets you up with having a crazy amount of professionalism, at least for 3 out of the 4 guys in the initial heist of like, or 4 out of 5 rather, I would say, that you just can see like things are set up very expertly. There's multiple components to each one of it, each heist, and in terms of like how you're talking with eyes, I get Tom Sizemore. I forget what his character's name is.
Michael
Chirito. I understand him like telling the guy like, shut the fuck up. Like, this is business. Like, they treat it as a business, like where we need to be
the clock,
perfect on it. They got the timing, which I think helps out tremendously, as well as to say 20 seconds, let's go. We gotta.
They've done this before,
right?
Clearly.
So I like that aspect, that it sets it up tremendously, like precision. And then you have Wayne Gro in there is just kind of like a wrecking ball, kind of crazier. It seems like gun for hire type of dude.
Yeah, they like I don't know what they never said, but like clearly they must have had someone else in the crew before. Or
that's the only thing I wish they
couldn't make it. And they get set up.
He was a late.
I'm assuming through John Voight's character, because he seems
a
like,
late ad.
He seems like the fence or whatever the person you go to,
the coordinator, the manager,
set stuff up and get the jobs and whatever.
Yeah. He's a broker. He knows when.
Yes, broker. That's a good word.
But you're right. I think Wayne Gro was like there was a last minute scratch and he filled in and he like I'm assuming that's the only thing I wish they expanded on a little bit more. But it's just like all right, I get it, and you needed his character in order for this to kind of peel back and go into more. So if it was a fresh, clean job, that'd be it. We just watch a pretty good execution of a heist.
It would be different.
Yeah, it'd be very different.
It would be more like maybe the witnesses saw something or heard, or I don't know.
Yeah. So,
but then you got right after that. Then you got Vincent Hanna, Pacino. Mm-hmm. He's this lead detective. He's been on the force for a while. He's got experience, and he's got his own crew of detectives. And you got like Ted Levine's one of them. Michael T. Williamson, who is Bubba and Forrest Gump, and then you got Wes Studi. Michael Mann Regular is the other guy, and like Ted Levine's character perfectly describes what happened. He's like, all right, well, here we got the one guy. Looks like the witness says the one guy, he shot him. Then the other guy, we figure he's right here, reaches for the ankle holster. Boom, boom, they take him out. And then at that time, then Pacino's like, then the third guy, you
got to do it.
Once they realized there was a class 2 murder or whatever.
Might as well tide,
why leave a witness? Then, what do they know? They knew our response times. They got escape routes here and here.
Highway,
Well, it's going to be the common theme where Pacino is such a great detective that he knows what is happening. He's depicting as it, what really went down. But like a lot of times you do see it kind of feel like detectives maybe like guessing a little bit to go like, I think it probably would have been gone down like this or whatever, but like he's describing it to a T. Later in the movie, which I'll explain later, such a great scene with like what they're doing, figuring out, getting in the mind of a criminal and stuff like that. So right from there,
Can I just mention really quick? One before you.
Okay.
There's a key part in this where one of the witnesses, like a homeless guy or something, he hears Tom Sizemore's character use the word "slick,"
yeah,
which is the whole basis upon Al Pacino's hunt of them,
initial
Yeah.
hunt,
like which sparks like, oh well, search it in the aliases,
Sure.
or was this guy uses it so. Which we'll get into later. I don't know if that's like a good thing, but just wanted to mention that's kind of an important key.
No, it
yeah,
definitely
it's
is.
an important part. Yep.
I think the diner scene with all four of them in the diner is immediately following, right?
With Waingro and
Waingro and De Niro smacks his face on the thing because Waingro is like, "What, man?" The guy looked at me,
Anyone want some pie?
and I gotta mention the look.
Tom
from,
Sizemore does a great job. in that.
Oh my god, dude! He fucking smacks his head. The patron behind them looks up, and Sizemore just does this.
Does a quick lean.
Guy looks down
Hard
at his,
stare, yeah.
and then he just goes right back. Tom Sizemore when he can be a
Thank
badass.
you. That's what I was gonna say, dude. Tom
so
Sizemore.
fucking more effective for sure.
So great, and I love too. You got Waingro. I had to get it on, man. He was making a move.
Yeah.
Had to get it on, like, and then if you notice too in that scene, well, Trejo gets up, says, "I got to use the John," but what he's really doing, which we'll find out, is going out to the parking lot and getting the trunk laced with the garbage bags because they're gonna fucking murder Waingro in the parking lot. He'll make sure that there's no DNA or whatever in there.
Right.
Thought that was a cool, like when you rewatch the movie, a nice little detail or whatever. But
Yeah, no, I saw it. They were ready to basically corpse him up and wrap it up.
you said it, Woj, but the guy, the look Sizemore gives the patron, just like, sit the fuck down and shut up. You didn't see anything.
It's just that he conveys such a thing of don't fuck with me that like even throughout like I like also just breaking down like the dynamic of the crew is like everybody kind of serves their purpose a little bit of like, you know, I'm not going to say like brawn, blah, blah, blah.
De Niro is like definitely the mastermind.
Yeah, I'm not putting it into like a label. I'm just broadly saying like everybody kind of does that functioning of it. They're very well at this. Like if you're playing GTA, you got the heist skills here, you know, weaknesses here. Like everybody's kind of got that one thing that brings them to be a good crew. Except Waingro, then he's just kind of
he's not part of the crew
wild
normally.
the wild card,
Wild card.
Like Charlie. Woo, wild card,
Well,
bitches.
we don't want a wild card. Why would you want a wild card? It doesn't make any. Yeah. I don't think you're listening to me.
Yeah, he doesn't even like get us, man.
But then they get De Niro comes in the diner, right, and then they take Waingro outside aggressively, and he punches him in the stomach a couple times, then kicks him in the back of the knee. About to shoot him in between the cars. You got Val Kilmer on lookout the one way, Tom Sizemore lookout the other way, and then you got Benicio. Danny Trejo has the trunk open. He's also looking out with it. You can see it's lined with the garbage bags, ready to go. So they've done this before. They've had experience with this, and but he has to wait because Sizemore gives him the hold up. Because the cop comes by, flashes the lights, so you don't know if they saw them, if they're coming by. They end up doing a U-turn, and De Niro apparently didn't have his foot on him or whatever, and Waingro escapes. He crawled under a truck, we don't know what happened.
He's gone.
They look for him. They can't find him in this giant like truck stop diner thing, and he's a ghost. He's gone now. He's a loose end, and you know it's gonna come to haunt them the rest of the movie, obviously. So yeah. The next scene is just it's not like a great scene, but it's just showing Val Kilmer and Ashley Judd together, their relationship, how he's a gambler and you know this reckless guy, and they have a kid together, and she's kind of sick of that, and setting that plot line up a little bit for later. It's not really like super, but then you got like kind of all the spouse scenes. Then they got Vincent Hanna, Al Pacino's character, and his wife, and she's kind of like, you can tell she's sick of him being on the job all the time and not being emotionally available.
And she's seeing a side piece.
There's a great line where she's been in a room all day. She's not okay, or whatever. oh, he's like, I made dinner for us 4 hours ago. Every time I try and maintain a consistent mood change, you withdraw. And he's like, I got 3 dead bodies on the sidewalk off Venice Boulevard. I'm sorry if the goddamn chicken got overcooked. The way he delivers the line, I love it.
I was just going to mention the exposition of the two couples. Like, I do kind of find that
Which two couples?
Edie and
Okay,
De Niro,
okay.
and then Pacino and
his,
Mrs.
yes.
We have a mascot.
Yeah, we got Addie here.
I just think that they're actually somewhat crucial to the movie in this to really show that, like, it is a very kind of cliche thing now. Maybe Heat was kind of the catalyst of it, but like burner, piece of shit, dirtbag cop kind of thing of like not a great husband,
alcoholic, maybe a
up
womanizer,
late nights,
overworked,
right? And then De Niro kind of plays the, hey, I'm like a loner drifter, comes into town, even though
He's a cold maverick.
like comes into town, whirls up a romance with a woman, then's like, hey, like we need to run away together. Like, so I do like that the exposition's there. I'll talk about it in Picking Nits, the duration of those things, but I do like that there's kind of interspersing with, again, the action scenes, the setup of it, moves the movie along, though, to set up kind of the last 30 minutes of it.
I think I'll agree with, I definitely think I'm agreeing with what you're saying is like you need the emotional or the parts with the significant others, but sometimes they are a little long, and maybe the frequency of them, maybe there's couple too many, or depending on,
So Val Kilmer's relationship, I wouldn't mind if they explored that more.
A little more, yeah.
And then dialed back the Edie, or not so much Edie, but the Vincent, Al Pacino and theirs.
Maybe one less.
That's what I'm saying. Take his back, move his up.
The
I'd
Natalie
be fine
Portman
with
daughter stuff is kind of thrown in there. I feel like
it's forced in there.
Like,
a little bit,
like it's not. I don't know. Doesn't really like. You don't really need it for the rest of the movie. I don't think necessarily.
Well, you see him being human.
It's kind of good for Al Pacino's character, I
Yeah.
guess, to show that even though he's maybe not a good husband, he's a good stepfather.
Yeah, I mean, there's a huge scene that ties in
later on, of course.
So,
yeah, of course.
I'm saying that's extremely crucial to also show that Natalie Portman's actual father doesn't show up, doesn't pick her up when he calls.
Mom, where are my barrettes? I can't find them. She really freaks out that first scene. I got the next scene as the Edie and Neil meeting at the diner.
Yeah.
And he's like,
he's so
what are you reading? Book about metals. What kind of work you do? Lady, why are you so interested in what I read or what I do? So,
right.
I seen you in the bookstore from time to time. I work there. Just don't want you to talk. That's okay. Sorry I bothered you.
She was respectful. She's like, hey,
I don't know, like, I don't know if you guys think this or not. Maybe you agree with me. Like,
go for it.
If like her and De Niro, I don't know if he has chemistry with any women particularly, but I don't know if I feel like
I'm not
chemistry.
I'm not feeling anything.
Like, why? I'm like, why does she like him?
Quite, yeah.
He's kind of an asshole, and like
definitely questioned.
It's not like he's like some.
Time out. I got.
He's not a bad-looking man or anything, but it's just. I mean, I think it is that she's like new to town. She's kind of a loner.
So
she's looking
to her point during that whole conversation, she mentioned she's like renting out a tiny little like bedroom or studio apartment in the like bad part of town, and she's like, "Where do you live?" He's like, "I live up there." Pointing to the hills, like, he's obviously living well. I think right away that to her, she's like, oh, ticket, in the sense like, hey, let's at least see this out.
I got it right here.
Go ahead.
You live in this neighborhood? No, I live above Sunset Plaza. It's a little house I rent and a little rundown, but has a beautiful view. What about you? I live in Venice Boulevard. Where's your family originally from? Well, we're Scots-Irish. They immigrated to America in the late 1700s. Where are you usually from? I'm from the Bay Area.
Yeah, no one's believing that.
Your folks there? I don't know. Like how she's so enthusiastic and he's so matter of fact.
Very point and shoot.
Very dry.
But that's his character. He's constantly focused, which I would love that if I was ever a mercenary and I'm working with a man of his caliber. Let's stay on it.
Great little. I like this line though. She's like, so traveling makes you lonely. I'm alone. I am not lonely. Right. That's a great. I like that line. I'm alone.
He's
I'm
focused.
Not lonely. Yeah. And then he plants one on her, as I recall, big one.
I'm sorry that romance scene just seems so just.
Well, I think him. No offense to him and Pacino, I don't want to really see them in the bedroom so much as I want to see them shooting guns and
Right, no,
talking,
fair enough.
you know.
Like I said, I could have gone this whole movie without the whole Edie thing where, hey, at least like her maybe for, a conversation, leave it at that. I don't know. Or maybe showing your spot and then getting your fun. But you could have avoided her the whole rest of the whole fucking movie.
Yeah. I have the next important scene is the Vincent Hanna and Michael T. Williamson's character, Drucker, I believe is his name. They visit the one CI, Albert, at his like hideout. It's like a junkyard.
Mm-hmm.
The black dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's trying to find out. He needs a lead. He's trying to get a lead on this, on the whole slick or the whole like robbery thing. And then Albert says, "My cousin will talk to you tonight, 2 a.m. at BJ's on Alvarado." Right? You want to throw something in here? If you're like,
no, I mean it's the setup of how Pacino is getting to the bottom of it, and you pointed out before that there's like one terminology that basically is tying the whole thing together. It's like literally a needle in a haystack, though, of how Pacino ends up getting the info on these guys. I find just the CI, like them working with the CIs, I feel like it's a weird, like, out in the open, like...
well, that is hideout. It's like behind the bend. It's like the backyard, it looks like.
Right, but it's just kind of like out in the open of, like, he just comes to his place and they're cops and they're razzing him up. Like, there are people there. Like, to me, like a CI thing is like supposed to be a little bit more secretive so that people don't know that you're involved
so you're
with
saying if someone would have seen Al Pacino roll up in his hideout, like why is there a cop going into
like coming up, roughing him up, and
I think that
just
makes
like,
sense.
hey, I'm here, give
maybe,
me info.
I guess maybe you could think that maybe they're just like hassling. It'd be like they're hassling me, like they know.
I'm sure
the
to some extent, but you're right. The way he kind of disrespects him, like on his own, like turf. I think Pacino's character would take a lot of different type of heat, even for those folks that heat. Yeah.
Pun intended.
By kind of walking up and just flexing nuts on him. Granted, he had his partner with him, but they all ran like bitches. But some of them,
Yeah, no, to me, it seems like there's questions to be. I'm sure Ricky Harris, who plays Albert Torrena, I'm sure he's like playing it off because he's kind of like a fast talker guy. Like, man, cops were just hassling me, and like we're all cool. Still raises questions, and then his brother is like also kind of like a cousin, sorry, is also kind of like a informant, like giving him thing. But Tone Loc, who plays his cousin, Richard Torrena, he actually has like a reason why he's trying to have the cops. He's trying to play the cops.
He wants the
cops to take out the competition, make him richer.
Whitey Bulger style.
I like that. It explains like why he's doing it. It doesn't really explain why Albert is like connecting with them. Otherwise, they might have said something about drugs, but like they don't explain. Like
I just assume Vincent busted him some time ago, and he let him go in exchange to work for him as a CI.
Keep him out on the
It seems
streets.
very loosey goosey.
Well, it's like usual.
Whitey Bulger.
Usual cop stuff like, hey, I'll bust you, or if you don't work for me, and then you're always holding it over him, no matter what, because you can always be like, hey, I'll turn you in for so and so. I'm just guessing.
I don't know. It's just, yeah.
A couple good lines in that scene. I like the one from Albert. Where's the empathy, brother? It's a substance abuse problem. I don't know.
Right.
When I think Michael T says something to him, and then my favorite, Vincent Hanna, give me all you got. Give me all you got. And he's shaking the table. And interesting, I noted.
I didn't like that scene, to be honest.
I noted in this scene, I think it's the only time in the movie, Al Pacino's like slick backed hair for some reason.
Yeah,
the rest of the movie's kind of like feathered and like, like different. This movie, it's like, this part, it's like,
I gotcha. I was just going to jump in. I also like the line. He's like, why are you coming in all hard? This ain't Disneyland.
Yeah. So good. But Al Pacino is very wound up in the scene, and I did some research on some of the pods and stuff about it. I guess they said it in the rewatchables that originally, I think Michael Mann might have said it, that the original script, or Pacino had said it, that the original script had Vincent Hanna high on cocaine the entire movie, but then they changed it. But I think Al Pacino, like a lot of the movies,
don't let her bite on your.
A lot of the movies, like
does she bite on computers?
I don't know, maybe
is playing it that way, where he's
no. Sorry, we gotta.
Technical difficulties.
No, we got a host producer over here.
Feline difficulties.
All right, we're good. We're good. Sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
Anyway, so I said like the early draft of his script had Vincent's character as like a high on cocaine the whole movie. So this scene seems like he's really leaning into that, and like he like still, even though Michael Mann had gotten rid of that he's still kind of going with that. I don't know, but I just found that interesting.
I could see that based on his character. I mean, the guy's kind of off the wires a little bit, so that doesn't shock me.
Next, I have for an important quick scene is Neil meets with this guy Kelso about a potential job, and he's the one who gives them the bank job. Like, oh, there's like 3 guys and whatever, and then he's like, how do you get this information? He's like, it comes to you. This stuff just flies through the air. They send it. The information is beamed over the fucking place. You just got to know where to grab it. And I think he's talking about the internet. It's like
could be, yeah.
It's like early days of the internet. So
and all the schematics. Yeah, the poll. Yeah.
And that's when John Voight's character calls William Fichtner's character Van Zandt's like, "Hey, we stole your bearer bonds. You're gonna get back from the insurance 100%, and we'll sell them back to you at 60% on the dollar. So you're getting a deal again. We'll make money. You'll make money, kind of thing." And he's like, "Okay, yeah, for sure." And then when he hangs up the phone, he's like, "Oh, Henry Rollins is like, you gonna just let them punk you, basically?" And he's like, "Fuck no. Like, do you think they can steal my shit? Like,
William Fichtner is fantastic, but he's also kind of playing like a tough guy.
I'm not sold on him being a tough guy.
He's like a wannabe tough guy.
Like a tough guy executive.
He thinks he's a tough guy until he actually runs into tough guys.
Sure. Everyone's gangster until you have to do gangster shit.
But he hires people to do his bidding.
Right, exactly.
He's not like Neil.
No, I'm saying he's like an executive tough guy where he's like he's trying to play the gangster and stuff like that.
Right.
Which I don't know where we're at. Are we at we're still a little bit off from the drop?
I got the next one is
Chris, the table reads.
A little quick. Yeah. Chris sleeping over at Neil's and he has no furniture. That was freaking weird and interesting.
He's like, in that scene, I will point out that the Michael Mann uses a lot of blue filters kind of throughout the movie. The movie's very dark, and like especially when they have the backdrop of the ocean.
Nice place.
There's a shitload though of like this like blue filter, and then also on top of it you got the classic LA overshots like from the higher up in the hills, kind of looking down, and then you got these ominous like tones. Like it works together, like it works well together as like a shot. I'm wondering if that was just like kind of the way.
Is that the intent? Yeah.
No, just sign of the times. Like 90s usually kind of had like that.
I think it's just Michael Mann's style. I think if you watch his other films like Thief or stuff like that, you can kind of see it's like similar the way he films it.
Interesting though, the blue filter thing. I guess I really didn't take note of that too much.
Yeah, I always just like it was really funny that Neil has no furniture. He's this rich guy, but he has nothing. He's sleeping on the floor, and he's like, "When are you gonna? When are you gonna get
personality?
Like, when are you gonna get around to getting a lady? When I get around to it? When you get around to getting some furniture? When I get around to it?" And then Chris is talking to Neil about he's having marriage problems, and he's like, "What's wrong?" He's like, "Not enough steaks in the freezer." Was his wording, and he said, "I took a bath on the Super Bowl."
Yeah.
So clearly, he must have had the Chargers that year over the Niners for some reason.
Oh, that's fucking cool! I didn't even think of that. I don't know.
Like, well, it's '95, so '94 Super Bowl.
No, I like that. I didn't even think of the game.
Big Stan Humphries fan, or big.
They are in California, so I don't know.
Yeah. And LA is the Chargers year, man.
That's
but the Niners also are from California. You would think you're going to go.
Yeah, but if he's Southern California, the Chargers are right there. So,
maybe he had like a spread or something, and they didn't cover the spread. He's like, it's going to be a close game. I don't know.
But yeah, Chris is definitely kind of the,
problem.
It's very kind of similar to Tombstone though. Is that like Doc Holliday is like the gambler, like
he's
not
also
figuratively, but
and also physically very loyal to the group,
and loyal to the core.
Don't fuck with my friends. He'll do whatever.
That's why he had the plastic ready in the he was ready. Like, all right, Wayne Grove's gone. All right.
But I'm just saying though, is like he definitely plays this role perfect. Like kind of the crack in the armor. Cracking the safe there, wall, just because you kind of start to see the downfall of the crew in terms of like, guys got some family issues. There's a kid involved, and Pacino's famous line is like, "No attachments."
That's De Niro's.
I'm sorry, De Niro's famous line. Was no attachments, nothing that you cannot walk out on in 30 seconds flat if you see the heat around the corner.
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So I think that also plays into the house is that like if De Niro wanted to, you know that he's so calculated that he's got millions of dollars elsewhere that he could just go anytime.
And you get one couch.
Maybe one couch.
One couch.
Okay.
Maybe
One chair?
You can have a friend sleep over. One couch. If you have company. I guess he doesn't have company ever.
Well, you never saw his bedroom. Maybe his bedroom has
I
a
say,
bed or
does he have a
something.
bed? Does he sleep on the floor? We didn't
Or does he
see
sleep in
I-
a coffin?
Well,
Well, you
didn't
see
get
the
to
bed in the whole, romance.
No, that was
scene.
Edie's
was
house.
hers-
That was
her
her place.
Oh, I
we
thought it was
don't-
his place.
No, because her place all had shit in it. Like that's how you know it's not his.
Ah,
Because his is like very bare bones.
Mhm.
The next scene I had is just a quick one. We got a quick shot of Dennis Haysbert's character is a recently released parolee, and he's getting the job at the restaurant which I went to, the Big Boy.
Breeden.
yeah, big boy. Same here.
I didn't know at the time that was it.
That was
but when
it.
I saw the movie, I'm like, I was there. It's the Big Boy.
Right.
And he gets hired, and there's this asshole manager guy. Clearly has a scam running. He's like,
He skims everyone off the top.
the
yeah.
one guy is like, yeah, I'm a great grill man. He's like, oh, good for you. You'll mop up the toilets, empty the dishwashers, bust tables, empty the garbage too. And if you give me a hard time, I'll report your loaded drunk stealing and violate you back so fast, your head will spin. 25% of your tips kicks back to me. Rules of the game. You change in the back. It's like, man, just like fucking over
Lays it out like
Dennis Haysbert's character, Donald Breeden is his name.
Breeden, yeah.
Another quick scene. Neil catches Ashley Judd, who's Val Kilmer's wife. Her name is Charlene in this movie, with Hank Azaria.
Yeah,
And at the motel, and then he confronts her
that's Hank Azaria. No
Yeah.
shit. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's there.
and says he go very sternly. I think he holds her up maybe, and he's like, "You will give Chris one more chance. You will give him one more chance to get his shit together, and if he doesn't, I will personally pay for you and Dominic to be relocated. You will give him one more chance. You will come to dinner tonight,
Right.
and you will do this.
Mm-hmm.
He's got Val
That's a
Kilmer.
good friend because
Yeah.
he needs his head in the game, and if he's a happy guy, he'll perform better.
Now, as Woj mentioned previously, we got the club scene. Vincent meets up with Albert and Tone Loc, who is Albert's cousin Richard, at 2 a.m. at BJ's. He gets let in through the back, I believe, and then they get in there and they're talking, and as Woj said, Tone Loc wants before he gives him any information that Al Pacino will clear out the rival gangs, and Al Pacino's like, "Fuck you, like I run this shit, and you give me what I want, basically."
Right.
I run shit.
And he's like, "Okay, this guy, he got released from prison, and I knew he was up to something because of blah blah." He's like, "So you met a convict on the street, whoopity fucking do or whatever."
Right.
And he's like, "Okay." Oh, there's one funny he's like, "I'm a good citizen. I'm Donald Duck." So I don't know what Pacino's fucking on one in this movie. And then finally, Al Pacino's about to walk away, and he's like, "You wasting my time. You wasting my time."
Mm-hmm.
And then he says, "Yeah, Slick, man, this guy's Slick." He's like, "What'd you say about Slick?" He's like, "Yeah, this guy calls everybody Slick. What's his name?" Finds out his name's Michael Chirito, and it kind of gets the ball rolling. I'm sure we'll debate later the Slick thing again, but that, again, this gets the ball rolling, and Al Pacino onto their crew directly now.
Gives him a name, but then right in the next couple of scenes, they all go out to dinner, right? Or is that after?
The next scene I have is that Neil goes up to meet with Van Zant's guy, the one Bobby was alluding to, with the cars. And
This is the
drive-in
drop off.
the drive-in movie theater, abandoned drive-in movie theater. Like I don't know if that was it or not, but
Pet the kitty. Be a good guy.
Just don't step on
yes,
my
the
shit.
drop off. He says one guy or whatever, and then the guy Neil's in the station wagon, and the guy's in this big truck,
yeah.
and there's a guy in the back of the truck who Neil can't see, obviously, sneaks out,
And they have the guy,
while
sniper,
But Val Kilmer is cleverly in the back with a rifle and says, "Look out behind you!" And De Niro runs the dude over, crunches him between the cars, and then Val Kilmer shooting at the truck, he kills or he shoots the one other guy who was the guy in the truck.
Like cats, just pet the damn cats.
And then eventually, Sizemore was also waiting there around the one corner, and he lights the truck up with the shotgun. They kill the driver. Everybody's fucking dead. And in the package they were supposed to get was supposed to be money, and it's just
a bunch of
copy paper,
yeah.
I think. So
Yeah, so I just wanted to add in that the De Niro says, "One guy, meet me alone," and then he clearly is setting up because he doesn't trust this fucking guy. But having the sniper ready to go, I mean, they all use automatic weapons in this, but having him ready to go. They have earpieces again, professional
They're
crew.
communicating. Yep.
I just love that the guy who gets let out of the truck trying to assassinate De Niro, he gets fucking destroyed.
Oh,
dude.
absolutely.
He gets lit
Dude, he
up.
gets hit by the car. Then he gets shot a couple times
Then
by,
hit by the car.
Chris. Then he
Yeah.
gets hit by the car.
And shot by De Niro.
Then
too.
shot again.
Yeah.
It's just like that guy had a bad day.
Oh, Kitty found a cuddle buddy.
Shouldn't have fucked with the.
No, but I
car.
like that again, Van Zandt is thinking like this guy is small time.
He's not
and
going to know
he's-
what hit him.
Right, like I
Yeah.
got this guy, no problem. And
And then
you know.
you got Macaulay calling Van Zandt from the back of a restaurant, which I thought was always awesome. Van Zandt, he's like, hey, did you get the money? I sent it, the guy. He's like, no, forget the money. What do you mean forget the money? Forget the money. What are you doing? What am I doing? I'm talking to an empty telephone. I don't understand. Because there's a dead man on the other end of this fucking line.
Yeah.
He just hangs up the phone.
can I be honest? I think the writers thought that went a lot harder.
Oh, that line's awesome. You don't think it's
The
awesome?
second part's good. The first part is he's talking is like I'm talking to an empty telephone
Yeah, that's
because
fucking
there's
awesome.
a dead man on the other end. There's
Yeah.
a dead man on the other end is great. I didn't enjoy I thought the first part could have been maybe
I
improved.
disagree. The empty telephone sets up the second part.
I understand it sets up, but you could have thrown something else in there that.
Like I'm talking to a ghost.
It just
You know,
seems like De Niro is such a badass that you could have given him maybe throw a swear in there. I don't know. Maybe would give it a little bit more edge.
I think the empty telephone thing is great.
I thought it was well done. I
Agree
get
to
it.
disagree.
Like, what do you mean empty telephone? 'Cause there's a dead fucking man at the end of this.
Well, he
line.
didn't say fucking man. He
You
said
saying
a
drop
dead man.
one
Oh,
obscenity
dead
in
man
there,
at this
sure.
fucking line, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then that's when we got Hannah and his the
Assistant producer.
Sorry,
checking notes.
the dinner with Neil and
Yeah.
and all them, and then across the street, on the roof,
Yep.
Hannah and them are watching them come out,
Surveillance.
surveilling, stakeout, if you will, and stakeout.
So stakeout.
Take out to the
And
stick.
then they finally got pictures of everyone, faces, picture, to match up with. And they're like, they never seen Neil before. Like, who is this guy? Like, I don't know. The loner, he seems like the leader or something. I think there's like a line, like a quick throwaway.
Isn't
line.
that basically them fucking with him? Essentially, like this scene is like we know we're already being tailed, so we're gonna.
No, they didn't know yet.
I had no
Oh.
idea.
They didn't know till the few scenes coming up. Yeah, it's the first time they said Vincent sees Neil or anyone sees Neil.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got the fucked up scene, which is doing it obviously to establish Waingro is evil.
Right.
Waingro brutally, after having sex with a prostitute,
Kills her.
murdering her and beating her to death. We don't see it exactly, but we see the after. But yeah, he's
Also,
he's
they
like
say like now it's a serial.
he's a serial
thing.
killer. So now he's not only is he a wild card in the group of killing them that way, he actually enjoys killing people.
I mean, yeah, they know that it's the same guy. And
Yeah.
it's
Is this where our table read kicks in soon? Right?
No, not yet.
No, not yet. Oh,
I'll let you know.
pulled the trigger. All right.
And then you got
I
Pacino.
Wayne-groved it.
Then you got the same thing. We got Pacino and that crew of cops out with their wives at dinner. Same
Right.
thing, basically.
Two sides of the coin, baby.
And that's when Pacino gets the call to go investigate the prostitute's dead body.
Mm-hmm.
And he leaves his wife there, and his wife's all upset about it. And then he's just like, you never share with me. You never told me I was going to be excluded. And he's like, I told you when we hooked up, baby, that when you were gonna have to share me with all the bad people and all the ugly events on this planet. And he's just showing that he is not really present in their marriage, or he's a trouble because of his job and whatever.
He's a good cop, but an asshole.
But this is a common theme, as Woj said, in even like Law and Order SVU, like Stabler has the same thing where he's, his family and
You better watch your goddamn mouth.
What?
Elliot Stabler here. Okay?
I like Stabler.
I
I'm
like
saying-
Stabler, but it's
yeah.
the same kind of feel.
I'm saying it's a good comparison. Well, watch your tone.
Watch your tone.
Watch your
You
tone. low.
disrespected him a little bit.
You already didn't
Little
like
bit.
the empty telephone line. You're thin ice, buddy.
No. You insulted him.
You fucking were coming after Stabler. You better watch your mouth.
I was not coming
No,
to
he's saying
Stabler.
he was making
I'm
the
comparing
comparison.
them, Yes.
Elliot Stabler is a saint. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I like the
Okay.
character. I'm saying it's part of his character, though. It's like literally the same thing. Like, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I got you.
Thank you, Bobby. Thank you.
Elliot Stabler can do no wrong. He's a perfect father.
Right.
Okay, where are we
Then we got Neil and his crew are running they're like at a metal shop
Yeah, they're trying to
And-
steal precious metals.
And Chris, Val Kilmer's character, is like drilling, and
He's drilling in
Neil's
the
on
safe,
the lookout. And
So-
then
Yep.
you go.
No, they're getting. This is again that the sense of they know that they're setting up a job. Again, there's a little bit of a pickiness that we'll get into about how Pacino knows exactly where they're going and what they need to stake out. But they have a full setup. They're ready to bust them. They have cops waiting.
They're across the street in a moving van or
in
something. it
multiple
looks like.
moving vans. They're also inside. They have another like car ready to go
I
in
think
the
they're
warehouse.
they're on the roof, maybe
On the
across
roof
the
as
way
well.
or something.
Yeah,
So they
have
have
the
it-
place surrounded.
The place around it, they are about to bust these guys with them coming out. Like literally coming out the front door, they're gonna grab them.
And then the one guy decides, I'm gonna sit down.
Fucking Donnie in the back.
He sits down in the back of the van, and he has this giant gun, and I think it's what hits the side of it, and it makes a loud noise. Even Pacino's like, and then,
So if you're kind of underselling it though, I love the scene where you have the infrared
yes,
and
yes.
Pacino hears a sound, walks outside. He is looking directly at the
The infrared.
container, the truck.
Right.
I mean, De Niro's looking at it.
I'm sorry, I
De
keep
Niro.
saying Pacino.
Yeah.
Sorry, but De Niro is looking directly at Pacino in the semi-truck trailer,
Yes,
and he's basically it's just got him. He's got the glass, maybe not glasses, but you can't really tell the eyeballs in the infrared, and it's just a fucking awesome like stare down, and then literally flip De Niro inside,
he's like, we gotta book
tells
it.
Chris, cut it, we're
Yeah.
out.
And he was like, I'm right there. I'm about to be done. He's like, fuck, we're walking away.
Yeah, we're done.
Worst
we're done.
case scenario, they
And
get what? Breaking and entering or trespassing?
the one cop across the way on the roof wants to bust them. Like he's like the SWAT commander.
Right.
And he's like, all right, we're going to take him. And then he's like, wait till I got approval from my boss. He's like, what do you want to do, Vincent? And he looks at Televine. He's like, he just like shrugs. He's like, let them walk. You were going to let them go. He's like, what do you mean we're going to let them go? He's like, that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to walk. This is my operation. Hire a tactical man. It supersedes your rank. They will walk away and you will let them. And he throws the fucking walkie-talkie out. He's so pissed off. But he said he doesn't want some, like you said, about some dipshit bullshit charge of like breaking and entering.
Because all they really
They're
got
gonna
on this-
walk away in like a month or 2 months or whatever. It's gonna be.
I'd be like, could you prove that we were actually drilling into here? All you could prove is we entered into this building, after, given, like, that's all they could really prove.
Then that leads into our first table read,
Yep.
which now De Niro, Neil McCauley, and all of them, now he knows that someone is onto them, that the LAPD,
Right.
or he suspects. I'm sorry, he suspects
Suspects,
they're on them because
yeah.
Chris will find out. Will say, "Are you sure it's not just the spot? How do you know it's not just this place? How do you know it's us specifically?" And
Did they get to Trejo to some extent, or were they
No,
able to
that's
tag
not-
him?
Well,
Not yet.
We'll get to it, but, like, they're able to... All right, never mind. Maybe I missed...
pivotal part of the movie.
Yeah, not yet.
Not
Not
yet.
yet.
Well, I'm sorry, I'm just cutting you off because we don't want to talk.
No,
about that
I
until
get
we're
that.
there.
Sorry, there's more of a question of my own. Like,
So we're on the first one.
Yes,
Neil McCauley.
and Bobby is going to be De Niro,
I'm
aka
McCauley.
Neil McCauley. I'm going to be Chris Sherrillis, Val Kilmer, and Woj is going to be
Michael
Michael
Chirito.
Chirito, who is Tom Sizemore. And I'll just do, what's his name? I'll do Trejo as well.
Okay.
He has one quick line. So.
all right, here we go. LAPD. Gee, what? Where the fuck did this heat come from?
Maybe it's the score. They were onto the place, not us, because it's been a couple of times, something.
Assume they got our phones. Assume they got our houses. Assume they got us right here, right now, as we sit. Everything. Assume it all.
How are we going to buy the bank from Kelso?
I'll front that. That's not a problem.
What the hell happens to Van Zant's 750?
Van Zant, listen. With the heat we got now, you got to play World War II in the streets with Van Zant.
Michael.
No, I want my 750. He gets a pass?
I got more motivation to whack Van Zant than either of you. He is a fucking luxury. Our problem is take the bank or split right now. Do not go home. Do not pack. Nothing. 30 seconds flat from now, we're gone on our own separate ways. That's it. Chris?
The bank is worth the risk. I need it, brother. We should stay and take it down. That's where I come out.
I'll roll with you, Neil. Whatever.
No, not on this one. On this one, you're on your own.
You figure this is the best thing to do?
I got plans. I'm going away after this. For me, for the reward is worth the stretch, but Elaine takes good care of you. You got plenty to put away. You got T-bonds, real estate. If I were you, I'd be smart. I'd cut loose of this.
Well, for me, the action is the juice. I'm in.
Looks over to Trejo. Cool?
Yeah, sure.
Fuck it. Let's do it.
And then there's like, all right, we're going to do the bank job even though they're watching us.
Yeah.
Then you
We'll
got
talk
the great Al Pacino confronting. Again, I don't know how he finds out that. I guess he's just maybe watching Charlene. She's with cheating on Chris with Hank Azaria's character, Hal Marciano.
Well, they got everybody's name. They don't show it, but they see everybody having dinner together. They got everybody's name.
He wasn't there though.
No, Chris was there with.
No, I'm saying Hank Azaria wasn't there. He's the cheating.
Yes, but what I'm saying though, dude, is that like as soon as they get who these people are, they find out they're married. They're gonna.
Yeah, so they're probably tailing her.
They're staking out
right?
friends, associates, wives, all that stuff. They're getting everybody's.
So
anything coming.
I mean, both sides of the fence are doing it.
Pacino realizes that he can exploit this part. Maybe he's like, and then he goes to Hank Azaria. He's like, "You're gonna basically, when she contacts you, you contact us, and then we will come over there and
Well, they got Hank Azaria on some misdemeanor.
Oh yeah,
shit.
that's some bullshit
Jersey.
Back in Jersey, so it's like
Yeah.
using it as leverage that
like,
you have to help us out, otherwise we'll extradite you back to Jersey.
Right.
Why'd I have to get mixed up with that bitch? Because she's got a great ass.
Yeah.
That's a great
And you
line.
got your head all the way up it. Ferocious, aren't I? When I think of asses, a woman's ass, something comes out of me. Apparently, Pacino ad-libbed that, and Hank Azaria just lost his shit. He didn't know what to think,
Fantastic.
which I don't blame him at all. A great line again. Pacino's just on fire in this movie.
Definitely.
Great ass. And then you
That was
got,
perfect.
and then so the next scene would be De Niro and his crew are meeting in this like ship or like next to a shipyard or.
It's in a shipyard.
In a shipyard, okay. And then he's pointing this way, he's pointing other ways, going there, doing that. And while he's doing that with his crew, they're being watched on top of a water tower by by Hannah's crew and them. They're trying to figure out what the next job is, what the next step is, any way they can bust them. And Neil and his crew, as soon as they leave, they leave the water tower, the police, and go down there to figure out what they were looking at, what they were seeing. And they're like, you think they were looking at this? Oh, well, the shipyard's over here, and the oil thing is this way, and that thing's that way. What do you think? And then Vincent realizes, he's like, I know what they were looking at. He's like, what were they looking at? He's like, all right, I got an idea of what they're looking at. You know what they're looking at? I mean, this guy, something. Is he something? This crew is good. You know what they're looking at? What? Us, the LAPD, police department. We just got made. Okay, motherfucker. And next, so Neil set them up. He knew they were watching them.
Okay, sorry, I was mistaken.
So
the
then
one.
Neil, when they go down there, Neil is watching them. And now he knows what they look like. So now he knows this cop, this cop, this cop,
He knows all the other players.
So and then I think Pacino's character, Hannah, while he hates that, he respects how good of a and professional criminal Neil is. You guys get that same feeling? Or
Yeah, I would say that, a mastermind like De Niro uses the information to his advantage. So he knows that he's being watched, even though going ahead with the plan, I think we'll talk about picking Nits. When you got heat on, it ends up saying what you can do when you know that cops are watching your every move, and basically knowing that like we're using it to our advantage. They know how to lose tails at any point. They actually, are very good at that. Absolutely. Because they can do it in the drop of a hat. And
they know what to look for, and
they are just able to do that. So it's like it's very easy for them to do that. They're making it so obvious. They're in the middle of a shipping container. Now, granted, you're surveilling them there. You should know, like, this is weird.
They were very hasty to move in. They were very quickly. As soon as they left, they were like, all right, we're going down there.
And also, like going down there accomplishes what? Like, seeing from what angle you're, like, I kind of just think of, like, they go over it, like, there's a scrap yard, there's a warehouse.
They're standing out in the middle.
They're like, this place doesn't take cash.
It's paid out in checks. So
it's
very, very odd that they... kind of ran in, like you said, like real, hey, like we need to see what they're seeing. It's like, they're not looking at shit. You should know this.
Yeah, they
got him on the drop,
they're
man.
very
That's
hasty.
it.
And that's when, so now Neil's got he's got the photos of them, so he brings that to John Voight's character, who is Nate, and then he gets him
With a wicked mullet.
Yeah, and
Yes,
and a
love
handlebar
it.
mustache.
Yeah.
I love it.
And then, so Nate gives him the lowdown on Vincent. He's like, he's a hot dog, graduate school, Marine Corps, lieutenant, robbery, homicide, major crimes, and he's taking down some heavy crews. Blew away Frankie Yonder in Chicago and was a fucking maniac. He worked narcotics before that. That's the problem. He's divorced twice. Current wife's just seen. That's why there's extra heat. The vice sergeant says Hannah likes you. He thinks you're some kind of star. You do this sharp, you do that sharp. Look how sharp this guy is to figure that. And he's like, you think that this guy, he's on this third marriage, you think there's a reason for that? Because he becomes obsessed with basically like, once he's onto you, he's onto you. Like he's not going to let it go like a dog with a bone kind of thing. Like, and then you got, so then Al Pacino, then De Niro's like, well, yeah, it's still worth it. I still want to go forward with the bank job or whatever, even though the heat's on me. And then you got, this is going to lead into the big table read where you got Vincent in the helicopter tracking Neil through on the freeway, having another cop follow them, has another cop set up a running car for him off the road, off the freeway, that he gets into, which he then flies down the highway and catches all the way up to Neil. So helicopter to car to Neil to tell him, to pull him over, to be like, come grab coffee with me. I want to talk to you. Yeah. Follow me. He's like, okay. And then we got the famous diner scene, which this is a big deal. This is the first time I said Pacino and De Niro were on screen together, sharing the screen at the same time. Back then, before like Blu-rays and stuff, when it wasn't a widescreen, like when it was on TV, people said it was like a rumor that they weren't even there together, that they was shot different times, but they actually were. When they do the widescreen, you can see that they're both there or whatever.
Right.
But big deal.
It's a weird it's fan theory.
It's a time
I guess,
where the lead characters are meeting up and kind of like one-upping each other, or trying to like size each other up. Where it's like, what do you got? What do I got? And there's a mutual respect.
It's almost like,
even though they're on opposite sides of the fence.
Kingdom of Heaven, essentially. Like, hey, I'm here with my crew. You're here with yours.
And,
you need a microphone to talk on a podcast.
No, but I loved it. I thought there was a mutual respect where they both know, hey, I know what you're about to do.
Right, and they have and they have no history with each other. It's not like they're old friends or something.
Right.
It's just like, I'm you and you're that.
I mean, it's
cat and mouse. I love it.
It's a face-off to show. Again, I think De Niro and Pacino are their characters are so in tune with, like, I need to gather more information. He's onto me, I'm onto him.
Might as well show our cards.
No. My thing is that you're trying to gather. Maybe he'll slip up. Maybe he'll say something.
Okay. I
drop something that I can use to my advantage. Because again, they're both fucking smart as shit.
Well, I think he's also like kind of like
game of poker.
I feel like Pacino's kind of trying to like warn him too, like maybe talk him out of it. Like, hey man, like if you continue to do what you're doing, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. Like I don't want to do it, but I'm gonna fucking do it.
And I think you also exactly what you're saying. Pacino's trying to get that information of like, what's this guy's deal? Is he gonna, like with most former prisoners, it's like, are you gonna go back or no? And then, you learn right away in the table read that we're gonna do is like, okay, I see where the fuck De Niro's at.
But something like you said though, like John Voight had said that the sergeant had said that Vincent is kind of obsessed with him, like how meticulous Neil is and how smart he is, and like not your common criminal, if you will.
Yeah, definitely.
So I said this is like, besides the bank robbery scene, the scene of the movie, I would say that when people are like, when I think of Heat, or when you go to rewatch it, this is the one that you go to a lot.
I mean, I think in just movies in general, it shows two of the best actors in, I would say, a period of their careers where like they definitely had
still on top,
still had great movies coming out for at least another 10 years, I would say.
It's one of the most iconic scenes, like just like two actors squaring off, like, and both holding their own in different ways, where like De Niro's a little more laid back and calm, but like you can tell he's like taking everything in and absorbing it. And Pacino's a little more boisterous and a little more
I think he's got the long
You know,
dick of the law.
Yeah, long dick of the law.
But like
I mean,
both
You're right.
styles work.
yes.
Yeah, it's really good.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm gonna be Al Pacino's character, Vincent Hanna, and Woda's gonna be Neil McCauley.
Mm-hmm.
We are at the diner. Here we go.
Sure.
7 years in Folsom, in the hole for 3. McNeil before that. McNeil is tough, as they say.
You looking to become a penologist?
You looking to go back? You know, I chased down some crews. Guys looking to fuck up, get busted back. That you?
You must have worked with some dipshit crews.
I work all kinds.
You see me doing thrill seeker liquor store hold up with a born to lose tattoo on my chest?
No, I do not.
Right. I am never going back.
And don't take down scores.
I do what I do best. I take scores. You do what you do best. Try to stop guys like me.
So you never wanted a regular type life?
What the fuck is that? Barbecues and ball games?
Yeah.
This regular type life? This your life?
My life? No. My life's a disaster zone. I got a stepdaughter so fucked up because her real father's this large type asshole. I got a wife. We're passing each other on the downslope of a marriage, my third. Because I spend all my time chasing guys like you around the block. That's my life.
A guy told me one time, don't let yourself get attached to anything that you are not willing to walk out on in 30 seconds flat if you feel the heat around the corner. Now, if you're on me and you got to move when I move, how do you expect to keep a marriage?
Well, that's an interesting point. What are you, a monk?
I have a woman.
What do you tell her?
Tell her I'm a salesman.
So then, if you spot me coming around that corner, you just gonna walk out on this woman, not say goodbye?
That's the discipline.
That's pretty vacant, you know?
Yeah, it is what it is. It's that or we both better go do something else, pal.
I don't know how to do anything else.
Neither do I.
I don't much want to do anything either.
Neither do I.
You know, I have this recurring dream. I'm sitting at this big banquet table. All the victims, all the murderers I've ever worked are sitting at this table and they're staring at me. They have these black eyeballs because they have 8 ball hemorrhages from their head wounds, and they are there, these big balloon people, because I found them 2 weeks after they've been under the bed. The neighbors report the smell, and there they are, all of them, just sitting there.
What do they say?
Nothing.
No talk.
No, just they have anything to say. We just look at each other, they look at me, and that's it. That's the dream.
I have one where I'm drowning, and I got to wake myself up to start breathing or I'll die in my sleep.
You know what that's about.
Yeah, having enough time.
Enough time to do what? To do what you want to do?
That's right.
You doing it now?
No, not yet.
You know, we're sitting here, you and I, like a couple of regular fellas. You do what you do, and I do what I got to do. And now that we've been face to face, if I'm there and I got to pull you away, I won't like it. But I tell you, if it's between you and some poor bastard whose wife you can't turn into a widow, brother, you are going down.
Nice.
There is a flip side to that coin. What if you do get me boxed in and I got to put you down? Because no matter what, you will not get in my way. We've been face to face, yeah, but I will not hesitate, not for a second.
Maybe that's the way it'll be, or who knows?
Maybe we'll never see each other again.
He just like smiles at him, and that's kind of the end of it.
Love it. The intensity of the scene's incredible.
It's great. I had fun.
Great.
I like doing Pacino.
I do the Pacino though, man, where it got me right there. He does no.
Some large type asshole. Like certain words he says, like, brother, you are going down.
I gotta take you down.
Classic scene.
Classic face
and then Vincent gets back to the police station. They're like, we lost all the wiretaps. All the phones are gone.
Right, literally gone.
He's like, what? I had coffee with Macaulay half an hour ago. As soon as you left him, he went to the airport. We couldn't track him anymore. Right at 9 o'clock, everyone's phones.
Gone.
Same time, gone. And then the next scene I have is Waingro meets with Van Zant. And he kind of...
I'll serve him up for you.
well, he's trying to, like... He doesn't really need Van Zant, except for he's trying to extort money out of him, I feel like. He's like, I'll do you a favor if you pay
Right.
me, even though it would behoove Waingro to kill
Good
them
word.
anyway.
Yeah.
But he's, he's one of those guys, and he's
He'll
like...
try to, make some money while you do
Waingro has
it.
a great line. He's like, I got some moves I can make here. Probably be a big help to you. And on the rewatchable spot, they had this hilarious. Chris Ryan had this funny thing. It was like from like maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, whatever. When Gar Forman was at the gym for the Bulls, he's like, I imagine Gar Forman saying this at the trade talks. I got some moves here I can make for you. You want Laurie Markkinen or fucking?
Yeah.
I thought it was really funny.
It was good.
Bobby, you want to throw on the Illinois game when you get a sec?
Yeah, I could probably try to make that happen.
Sorry. While we're doing Heat.
So then, so then this is the day of the bank job now.
Right.
Neil McCauley is with Chris and Chirito at the Big Boy. Or, it's not the Big Boy, but we're going to call it the Big Boy, where Serrano's working as the fry cook in the back.
Breeden.
President Palmer.
Okay. Breeden.
Dennis Haysbert's working in the back of the diner. And anyway, not Pacino. But De Niro gets a call
You're
from
all over the place.
Trejo's character.
Which is named Trejo.
So
that is kind of nice.
And he says, call me back on the landline or whatever. And I love that Trejo's calling with a no shirt under the sweatsuit.
Yeah.
Classic my dad move. I love that. He'd always do that. And he says, hey, basically like right now, like the cops are onto me. I
Landline.
Can't lose the tails.
I can't shake them. I don't want to bring the heat toward you guys. What do you want me to do? And he's like, take him towards Venice or I forgot, something like that. Like basically lead him the opposite direction.
Folsom, send him out.
And that's when they're like, oh, what the fuck, man? That's weird. Or what's up with that? But that they don't really have time because they're doing the job.
Right, the job's on
in
already.
an hour or whatever, like in 20 minutes. And that's when they, but before they had recognized Dennis Haysbert's character because he went to prison with Neil, I believe, in Folsom.
Yeah.
So he goes like, well, now we need somebody. He walks in the back and offers him the job. He's like, I have it right here, actually.
Yeah.
He says,
right now.
I'm looking for a driver that can handle scanners and the radio now today. You remember the drill? Yeah, man, sure. You cool? You know I'm cool. One answer right now. Yes or no? Yeah, man, fuck it. You're on. So he's like, because you could, Dennis Haysbert has been trying to like play by the rules, but this guy's been fucking him clearly, the diner manager, and he's just like, fuck this. Why am I even going to?
I'll take a big score.
I kind of wish we had another scene with his character, honestly.
Yes,
I feel like
agreed.
he could have used one more scene with them.
One more.
But he's like, yeah, fuck it. I'll be your driver. Let's do it. We'll do the bank job.
Well, the fucking job that he has is such shit. He's just getting,
he's getting treated like shit.
on. Yeah.
And then so the food starts. Like, the guy's like, "What the fuck is this?" And he
What's
like
burning? Yeah.
he throws down like the apron. He's like, "Get the fuck out of my way, motherfucker, or whatever."
Yep.
Like, who the And he's the diner guy is like, "Holy shit! Like, where'd this come from?" Kind of thing. And then we got the bank robbery scene. So,
yeah.
I guess I'll just set up. I'll go step by step with the bank robbery.
You got the sequence. Go for it.
So, bank robbery scene is they walk in. They're all in suits. They look like businessmen, basically, and
sunglass, earpieces, gloves on.
Well, do they have sunglasses initially? They know afterwards they do. They might when they come in. Okay, they do have
sunglasses.
So when they come in, they have sunglasses, but you can basically see their face outside of the sunglasses. Then while they're in there, they're all in different parts of the bank. One guy's on one end, one guy's on one another. Neil on another.
They split it up.
They have positions they're gonna do because there's different security guards they gotta take care of before they can get the shit going. Then they start putting the masks on. I believe either Kilmer or Sizemore. They each smack a security guard, and then De Niro holds a gun on the one guy. He's like, "Don't you fucking go for your pistol! Don't fucking do it."
Well, Chris has some issues with his guard. He starts beating him up, but he doesn't really get him down on the ground. Sizemore Chirito takes his guy out pretty quickly. Mm-hmm. Also, I do want to mention Chris doesn't put his mask on initially before the beating, whereas Chirito and McCauley both have it on before they start the assault.
I want to get into that a little bit later.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
So then the robbery's on at this point. Everybody down on the ground, hands where I can see them. They take the security guard's weapons. They tie them up. He goes up to the bank manager. He says, "Give me the key." And the bank guy's like, "What key?" And he fucking punches him in the right in the nose. Rips the keys. Like, sit there. Let him fucking bleed or whatever.
Yep.
Which, what is that guy doing, man? These guys clearly know the drill. Like, don't fuck around.
It took like all of 3.5 seconds, and now you have a broken nose.
And you get the classic. what's it called? You get the classic like bank thing, like everybody stay down, don't make a move.
Right.
This is the bank's money, not your money. It's insured, which kind of set up. I think Point Break set that up maybe.
Yeah.
Originally, like don't be a hero.
Yeah, we're not after your money.
If you have a heart condition, you want to lean on something, go ahead. Like, so honestly, De Niro, like for being a bank robber, he's not the meanest
courteous
bank robber.
He's
He's
a nice
he's
guy.
to business. Like, don't fuck around. And
I want to be in and out. You guys could go on with the rest of your day.
Right. And then you got so then they start. Chris goes in there, Val Kilmer, and he's got this huge duffel bag that can slide directly over the cased money, or
Yeah.
it's like wrapped up in plastic, and it's like a giant,
flops
probably as big as your ottoman here, honestly.
Yeah.
It's really fucking big, and it goes.
They grab
around.
like a hockey bag.
Huge, giant, like hockey or softball or baseball bags full
Sure.
of like money. They each have one, and then they are going to casually walk out one at a time. Masks off, sunglasses back on. Sizemore first. He gets through. He gets in there, and then he's like, he thinks they're good. Like they're in the car. He's like, we're gonna do it. He's like,
Macaulay second.
and then Neil second, and then he's getting in the car. And while this is happening, the police had gotten a tip from, we don't know yet, but it's from Wangro or whoever. Or Wangro told
We'll talk.
Van Zant's guy. They let him know they're robbing this bank at this time, at this place. So then Pacino and the crew, they're starting to pull up. As they're pulling up, they're walking out of the bank. So Neil gets in. Chris is the last one. Val Kilmer is walking up.
And he sees,
And then Pacino's on one side of the street with Ted Levine. On the other side of the street, you got Michael T. and Wes Studi. And they're like following like a bus and a moving truck. And like, get down, get down. And everybody's like, and Al Pacino's like, they're already out of the bank. We're going to take them in the car. Wait till they get in the car. Nobody makes a move. Clean shots, clear backgrounds. Like, be ready. All this shit. And then as Val Kilmer is about to get in the car, he has a quick smirk. And then he sees the bus pull away, and really quick you can see Michael T. and Wes Studi with
already set
their
up with the guns. Yeah.
So he just fucking rips fire open across the street right at him. Then Pacino and Levine on their side of the street start opening fire. Sizemore shooting out of the car, our window, through the car window. And then Ted Levine gets killed. He
Yep.
gets fucking popped in
So
like the shoulder, neck, collarbone
yeah.
area. He's dead. The way he dies is really cool. He's like, oh. I don't know, like it's really good, like dying motion.
And then Pacino like walks over, like
he feels his pulse real quick.
And just like,
well, I mean, you can't really do anything. You're in the heat of it. You got to stop these guys. So then Haysbert takes off with Neil Macaulay and the crew.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, they got a roadblock up ahead with like 50 LAPD cops. I don't know, like 20, 10, whatever.
At least 20 plus.
Multiple. Like I said,
it's
think
just
a dozen at
it's
least.
just absolute chaos.
I'd say about 10,
I equate it
10 to
to
20.
what happens in GTA when you just start
5
getting
stars.
No, it's
ju-
not 5. It's about 3.
It's the escalation
Okay,
point.
so
Like
you're
you
getting
start,
up to it.
Yeah.
you just start seeing like, okay, you got the
Very
detective crew coming here, and then you go like, okay, you drive a little bit over here. You have now like 4 cops in a blockade. Then you turn around. Then you have 8 cops behind you. Then you got 20 cops on this side.
They've got the blocks blocked off.
They can go nowhere, and then as they're starting to peel out, Breeden, Dennis Haysbert gets lit up
Fucking lit up.
in the driver's seat. So the car's done, and it's also getting riddled with bullets.
And then while they're going forward and the LAPD are ahead of them, shooting at them, Vincent and his guys are following up their rear, trying to catch up. And Vincent's got I think like some type of rifle, like a semi-automatic. And Izzy Woj said fucking Breeden done. So they get out of the car now. They're on foot, each of them moving forward while also at times shooting backwards.
So they're providing cover fire
tactical
and tactical
retreat.
moves. Yeah, tactical
And
retreat. Yeah.
Michael Mann is Val Kilmer, first of all, does an amazing job. He did training
Incredible.
and things of reloading the gun, unloading it, reloading it, the way he moves. De Niro as well. They don't seem to focus on Sizemore as much, so I'm thinking that Michael Mann probably didn't like the way he did it as much as the other guys. They do show him shooting people, but not so much the reloading and unloading as much as
That's
De
fair.
Niro
No, you're
and,
right. In terms
Kilmer.
of like screen time.
Yeah.
So anyway, they kind of are together, but also Sizemore's kind of veering off to the left a little bit.
So you guys split up.
And
Sorry.
as they're going along, Sizemore takes out the one cop. He shoots him. He hits the guy on the bus, and he goes down. Kilmer and De Niro are taking out multiple LAPD plainclothes officers, or not plainclothes,
On duty.
on-duty officers. And then while that's happening, Wes Studi shoots Kilmer in the shoulder.
Yes, shoulder.
area, and takes him down. Neil goes to help him, lift him up. He's like, we got to get out of here. And you can tell Kilmer's in really bad shape. He's really fucked up. He can not even really walk. He's basically Neil's dragging him along.
Yeah.
And then while that's happening, like I said, Chirito's going his own way. And pretty much all the cops, if they're not taken out or shot, they're like too afraid to get up. Because
Right. I mean, this place has been riddled with
their
bullets.
cars
too.
are riddled with bullets. The surrounding people's cars, everything is like, it's a huge shootout. And also, when at Michael Mann, they didn't add any of the sound effects in post. These are the actual gunshots they recorded on. You know, obviously
It sounded
they're
live.
blanks
It sounded,
or whatever,
yeah, but it sounded
the real
incredible.
shots, like so you get like when you're watching the movie, it's intense. The sound, it's one of the more louder.
You gotta be able to watch it on full volume.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kind of
because you really feel like you're in the street fire with them.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It sucks. It's like honestly, like you could say it probably is, or at least in the conversation, of like the best shootout scene ever.
It's
Like,
it's very iconic with, especially as they're surrounded on all sides. You just see them pivoting all the time. Shoot here, shoot here, shoot here, and then they do
panning here and there,
and then they do kind of follow each member as they break off of the main shootout in the street.
So yeah, Kilmer's getting dragged by De Niro's character, and Pacino's following them with a couple of other officers. They go through a grocery store parking lot where every now and then De Niro just sprays back. He hits the one worker, he hits the one cop, maybe another customer, if I recall. And then Pacino's like, get down, everybody get down, and they steal a hatchback, like a station wagon type of like a newer one.
Yeah.
That's already got the top open. They were putting the
Yeah,
groceries
they hopped in and just
he loads him up. They backs one car that was behind him into traffic, and then takes off.
Off you go.
And then while that's happening, Chirito's on his own. He's going his own way, walking through like a business park,
lunch,
and there's like a fountain he walks through. He slips in the fountain, actually falls down.
I did, yeah.
Picks up a little girl who's probably like 6, 7 years old, very
using
young.
her as a body
Using her as a body shield, which is obviously terrible. It's smart by him if you're a villain, but an atrocious thing as a human being. But
Christy even was like,
well, it's like you're kind of like rooting for them, like that's a good move, but then you're like, oh fuck, that's horrible. Like,
no, it's horrible. And then you got, Pacino takes a ballsy shot there.
So Pacino cut him off the other way. Because he finished with Neil and them got away, so he makes his way about. As soon as Chirito turns, yep, exactly. Pacino takes a very ballsy shot. One shot in the head. Dude goes down. Girl, goes. She's okay, but she goes down. Picks her up, takes her out of there, and it's just his.
So
madhouse of his scene.
Chirito's done, but Neil and Chris make it out. Breeden's done in the car, and so then it kind of wraps up. Like the last 30 minutes is like Neil and Chris on the run, whereas Neil is like trying to say like we're done, like we gotta go. It's over. We got too much heat on you. We gotta.
You got Neil takes Chris to get his shoulder taken care of by Jeremy Piven, who is some type of doctor for hire, mob doctor. Maybe he's a vet. We don't know.
Sure,
but it's there in some back office type of setup, and you got like a young Jeremy Piven who has less hair than he would later, 10 years later, which is great. Early Piven, and he said he ad-libbed his stuff about the shirt, which I have right here, which he says like, what's basically he's like De Niro's like,
give me. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, so De Niro's like, how long? What's the bottom line? He's like, it's tissue damage. How long can he rest? He's like 6-7 hours. Like that's it. He's like, all right. He's like, you'll be back to pick him up. Nate will pick him up to meet me. Make sure he gets out of there, and then he's like, "Give me your shirt or whatever. Sure. Take off your shirt. What? Take off your shirt." My God, my daughter gave me this for Father's Day. I don't give a shit who gave it to you. Take it off. Piven said he came up with that line that the whole my daughter gave me this shirt and it stuck in there. Excuse me.
Yeah, it's great.
Great line. I think it was
fantastic.
Really De Niro just without missing a beat. I don't give a fuck. Take the goddamn shirt off.
Take off the goddamn shirt. Could we at least talk to the fact? And I know this. I don't want this to be a picky nit, but in general, just my thought on the matter is, you have this group of criminals that robbed, let's just say 10 million, right? Like, let's assume that's about the money in the case would be what, 10 to 20 million? Would you say ballpark? Something like that.
I don't know how much they did say how much it was. I don't remember.
I'm okay. Let's just say 20 million. I'll even round it up even higher. The fact is, there are dead bodies strewn across L.A. It was a horrible operation. You have so much collateral damage from this. them stealing the money would be cheaper.
Well,
I don't
Well,
know.
I mean-
Can we
Sorry.
save this for
We'll
picking
save it
Nits?
for
'Cause,
later,
like, let's
but I'm
get
just
to
saying,
the-
like,
we're
what
almost-
a horrible if they knew about it, horribly executed by the police. That's all.
let's-
All right.
Yeah, let's bring that up later because
Yeah.
there's definitely issues with.
Yes.
police
Okay. Sorry. I
protocol.
wanted to pause.
Let's
That's
finish
all.
the scenes though.
So then Neil is basically like he talks to Chris and he's like, Chris is like, how did this happen? Who could have, whatever? And then Neil's like, well, who wasn't there? And there was Trejo. Trejo's not there, so he goes to investigate. He figures, got to start with him because
Right.
he
Loose
knew about
end.
the operation. No one else did. Well, who could have found out? And then he goes back to Trejo's place. You see his wife again brutally murdered in one room. You don't really see her whole body, but her legs have just blood all
Right.
over them.
Yeah.
You could tell.
Too gruesome.
Knowing
to show.
Wangro, he probably fucking did some fucked up shit before killing her too.
Right.
He finds Dane Trejo laying on the ground again, like brutally
Bleeding out, yeah.
bleeding out, just beaten to a pulp. And he's like, "What happened?" He's like, I didn't have a choice. He had my wife, and what was I gonna do?
So yeah, Wangro is basically taking revenge for them trying to kill him, and so he makes this kind of like basically a master plot to like, I'm gonna sell him out to the police
And Zan.
and Van Zandt and basically have everybody coming after him, and then Wangro is eventually in police protection, but
is he in police protection?
He is.
I thought that they were just monitoring him.
No.
he's got police protection.
They had the whole. Yeah. No.
Well, I know they were watching him, but I didn't think he knew.
No,
that.
he was.
We'll talk about it,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
what's the scene
So anyway,
in between?
then Neil puts Trejo out of his misery. He's like, Neil, please kill me. My wife's dead. I have nothing to live for. Don't leave me like this. Don't leave me like this. Neil kills him.
Well, they do the nice shot though of him in the
you
boom.
see it from
Yeah.
far away.
like
Just the
a
Flash of the
like a hillside,
Yeah. Just a-
house though
yes,
off a cliff.
Just the flash of the gun.
Yeah, I like that.
That was an intense
And
scene.
then you got Vincent, Hannah, and Wes Studi going to Henry Rollins' apartment. And they get into they shoot the door out with a shotgun, the hinges, and they get into a fight with him. And before Pacino throws him through the glass porch door.
Sliding door. Yeah.
Then that's how they find out that. See, he wasn't a police. I don't think he was under police protection. So they find out that it's Wangro. Then they find out Wangro is staying at the hotel under this name, and then they put the word out so that
Okay,
so that
maybe.
Neil and his sources
You're right,
are
so now-
it's gonna get back to them.
So now they're just.
But they're monitoring him, but he doesn't know that the police are monitoring him. I'm pretty sure about that. Anyway,
Yeah.
so anyway, then Neil tracks down Van Zandt, William Fichtner's character. He enters his like sliding back door, I believe, and he's like, Where the fuck's Wangro? He's like, I don't have a fucking clue. And he just fucking
Boom.
kills him 1, 2,
All right.
3.
Yeah.
He's watching like the Rangers playoff game or something,
Yeah.
the Rangers game.
You have no value to me
He goes
anymore.
down. Then they figure out that Van Zandt's been killed, and they assume Neil probably did. And his next next stop is gonna be to get Wangro. He's staying at the hotel under the name Jameson. Let's keep an eye on him. Put the word out. All the prisons, all the snitches.
Didn't Voight tell him that, or someone?
Well,
gave
yeah,
him
but
that?
that's
Yeah.
Voight
That
got it through his source, which
Yeah.
he was hoping was
was a
gonna
clean
happen.
source, yeah, I guess. But yeah.
And then Vincent Hanna's basically given up. He thinks that Neil's gone, but they put the word out. He doesn't know, but he's not hopeful.
Okay.
He goes home, finds Nellie Portman has tried to commit suicide, slit her wrists in the bathtub. Then
Of Neil's apartment.
of Vincent's apartment.
God damn it. Of Vincent's apartment. I did it
We're
wrong.
all over the place.
Rushes her to the hospital where Justine is there, and they kind of have a little reconciliation, although it's not completely. They're not even clear if they're going to continue or not, but there's maybe some hope because he's there for the daughter and whatnot. And then that's when also the cops have got Charlene now under their thumb. Michael T's over there, and he's like, hey, when Chris comes to see you, you will tell us so we can catch him. And otherwise, you and Dominic, he's going to a foster home. You'll be an accessory to after the fact. Blah, blah, blah. Chris shows up there, and he has like a haircut. The ponytail's gone, just short hair now. But she gives him the high sign, like go away, like he's not safe or whatever.
Right.
And he plays it off and let these guys like, I can find some bread. It's like 10 at night, or I think it's what he says, like, can I find some bread or something?
Something like that. Yeah.
And they end up pulling him over down the street, and somehow they still.
He had a good fake ID.
Don't hold him. They let him go, and
Cars registered to him, the whole 9 yards.
yeah, registered to a fake name,
talk
and blah
about
blah
this,
blah.
yeah.
They let him go, even though it's him. And then Neil gets the call from John Voight. Says, "Hey, Wangro's at the hotel under the name Jameson. Figured you might want to know, even though you said you were out." And he's like, "Yeah, I don't give a shit. I'm leaving. I'm out." But then he's on the highway, and the last second, he's like,
Well, he goes to grab Edie, the love interest.
she's with him,
Right.
in the
Right,
car.
but like he.
Oh,
he
yeah, there's a fight with them.
He shows
Yes.
up and he's like, "I told you, like we should."
Yeah, I skipped over that.
Basically, his like
We'll
whole
go to Fiji.
well, his whole facade is like falling apart. He's like, "Let's go. We're gonna go
Yeah.
now because I'm
And
this guy."
She's like, "Are you gonna let me leave?" He's like, "There's the door. You can leave right now if you want." And she eventually decides, "Okay, I'm gonna go with you to wherever."
Right.
See this out.
They're
Yeah.
on the highway, and then like I said, he gets that call from John Voight, and he's like thinking about just staying on the path. He could be home free.
Right, he
But
could. Private plane, they
He
wouldn't
can't
know.
let it go. He swerves over 3 lanes. He's like, "I gotta make one more stop. I gotta take care of it," which means I gotta kill Wangro, and just can't let it go. Because I mean, I do get it. Like he did fuck everything up for him, but we'll get into that, I guess, maybe a little bit. So then he goes to the hotel, and then he pretends to be. He pulls around the back on the side entrance, like the staff entrance. Puts a security jacket on, calls room service, tells him they messed up Jameson's order for his BLT. What's the room number? They got the wrong room. That's how he finds out what room number it is. Pulls the fire alarm, sticks the garbage can in the elevator. So now there's like a panic of sorts, and people have to leave the hotel because he's trying to draw out Wangro. Also, if anybody's watching him, which I think he assumes cops probably or might be. He doesn't know.
Okay.
But it would create enough chaos.
I don't
he
think
could
he
slip
cares
away.
necessarily. Like he wants to kill him that bad. I don't know. So the cops are watching him across the hall, and then they go investigate to see if the fire is real or not. While the one cop's doing it, the one cop's not really paying too much attention to the camera for whatever reason. De Niro's knocking on the door of Wangro as posing as a security guard. Like you can see from the peephole, he's just like waving people with the flashlight, but it's De Niro. And then he's like, "Hey man, we could talk about this, brother." Just and he unlocks the latch. De Niro kicks the door, gets in there, kicks Wangro to the couch. He's like, "Look at me, look at me."
Yeah.
Right in the heart like 3 times.
And one in the head.
And then that's the cop finally realizes, "Hey, he's here." Macaulay, and Hannah gets the call at the hospital, rushes over, and he sees everybody filing out of the hotel, but he notices the one car on the side seems a little suspicious to him. Walks that way. Edie's in the car waiting for Neil. As Neil's coming, he smiles at her, but then he notices Vincent in the the background. Then that's when he decides that he has to leave her and take off. And then Vincent follows him. He's the only one that's following Neil. Neil heads like through it's like an airport, an airstrip or something.
He's in a tarmac. He's on the
He's
tarmac.
walking through the tarmac, and there's like the satellite things that tell the planes where to
Radar?
go.
Yeah,
Radar,
how
thank
about
you.
that? There it is.
And then he's like walking through like the hangars and different things. He eventually winds up in this kind of like field area where these like different
It's near the runways.
Well,
like,
there's
where
the
there's,
luggage containers in one area, and then they start shooting at each other.
Yeah.
And then they get to basically where, like, I would assume the electrical
it's like the
boxes are.
Yes, like all the stuff that powers the airport.
The
I
maintenance.
guess.
The maintenance.
It's kind of more of an open field. There's
sheds
grass and stuff, but it's like next to the airport still. So planes are coming by. It gets bright and dark depending on if a plane flies by at this time or
Right.
whatever.
They want to
And
show the runway,
Hannah
light it
uses
up.
his shotgun, uses up all the bullets, so now he's down to his pistol. Neil's like, they've been running or whatever, and then Neil's hiding. Hannah steps out and looks like he's about to get shot by Neil, but he sees the shadow of Neil because of the plane coming by, and then he
Turns and fires.
fires, boom, 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 3 times. Neil's dying on top of the one thing, and he's like, "I told you I wasn't going back." And he's like, "Yeah," and he holds his hand as he dies. That's the movie, basically. Anything you want to add?
I mean, it ends literally right. It ends literally right after that.
Yeah.
We didn't miss one scene, so I really can't add
No,
much.
I skipped over like some of the Edie scenes.
That's fine.
Right, fair enough. Like I said, I think they're great assessment. I mean, we went over, I think, all the key elements.
What do you want to do, Ryan?
Any quotes that you missed that you want to say? Rapid fire.
I got Pacino. He's like, "Stay with forensics. See if we got any hits back on the bomb they used. if they were lucky, it's exotic.
Yeah. It's like, run the alias slick. You probably get a bunch of shit, but run it anyway.
Mhm. I mean, I gotta do a little bit of the. I forget where De Niro uses the line, but it's like, I gotta keep control of my angst. Keeps me sharp. Keeps me focused.
That's Pacino.
Where I gotta
actually.
be. Oh, that's Pacino.
He says that when he's talking to Justine.
Okay.
When she's like,
Right.
why don't you
There,
share
dude.
more with me?
Right.
And he's like, I can't share.
Just the
because-
the snaps though, and that is so fucking great. I enjoy that very.
yeah.
On, yeah, keep my television. I like him freaking out, and then
yeah.
eventually he throws it in front of all these like homeless people or people on the street.
Yeah.
Kicks it right out of the car. Fucking hilarious.
Hannah, I say what I mean and I do what I say. And then you got Chris. For me, the sun rises and sets with her, man.
With her, yeah.
It was sharp about Charlene. Vincent, he's talking to Albert. By the time I get to Phoenix, we'll be rising. He'll probably be leaving a note right on the door. He's like kind of singing a little bit. I always like that part.
I'm good on quotes.
Justine, you prefer the normal routine where we fuck and then you lose the power of speech. I thought that was clever.
That was good.
Who? What are you, a fucking owl?
Yeah.
I like that one.
Classic.
I'm angry. I'm very angry, Ralph. You know, you can ball my wife if she wants you to. You can lounge here on my sofa, in her sofa, in her ex-husband's dead tech postmodernistic bullshit house if you want to. But you do not get to watch my fucking television set. Yeah, I already said the Neil, I'm alone, I'm not lonely.
Right.
I think I went through all of them pretty much. Yeah, I think that's good. I think I got all of them. Yeah.
I think you got all of them too.
All right.
You got anything left in the tank, man? You've been
I got
going.
lots,
Yeah,
dude.
all right, there we go.
All right,
All
what's
right.
next?
We're going to the casting. So I'm going to start first here. You guys like De Niro better or Pacino better in this movie? I'll start. I like Pacino. I think he's a little more crazy, and I kind of like that. I think for me, when I return to this movie, I like his scenes a little more. I like Robert De Niro, though. He's fucking amazing. But if I had to pick one, I'd probably go Pacino for me.
Yeah, I think Pacino has just a little bit more to give in this, and De Niro is like a more reserved guy. So
Yeah.
it's still super badass, but
It is.
kind of like Pacino's movie in my mind because he just gets a lot more to say out loud, and also kind of allows Pacino to be that crazy asshole,
Yeah.
which is what he's best known for.
I
So
agree.
I definitely like that, but I mean, De Niro, some of the lines though, again, like, you know, very, very iconic. That you,
Oh, they're both fantastic.
Yeah.
Bobby?
This is tough because we just watched Devil's Advocate, and that's where I think you get more of a raw Pacino. I would like De Niro in this simply because I'm not certain how you'd be able to pull this movie off without him, more so than pull this movie off without Pacino. Think of it that way, maybe. I think he does a better job in terms of staying power if you had to remove one of them. I know it's a weird take, but
I will not. I understand it. I don't agree with it, but I get it. I think you need both of them, honestly.
no, I know. I'm just saying
Yeah.
they're peanut butter and jelly, but for me, I'm putting peanut butter on my slice of toast right now. You guys like
Yeah.
jelly? That's fine.
And then you got, let's
nothing
go
wrong.
with the supporting.
Sporting cast.
Who stands out to you there?
Sizemore.
Yeah, I had him. I think Val Kilmer, obviously.
What about Wangro? Give Wangro.
I got Wangro in there. I have
Kevin Gage.
Kevin Gage does an incredible job as an evil son.
I
of
think
a
Dennis
bitch.
Haysbert's good. John Voight's
I
good.
was gonna say John Voight for me, and you definitely have Ted Levine. I mean,
Yeah, I
Ted
think
Levine is born to play a fucking detective.
I think for the cops, Levine and Michael T. Williamson stand out for the cop crew.
Ooh, okay, we'll talk about that. Ooh.
Well, as far as the cop crew, again.
Yeah, we'll talk.
All right.
We'll talk about recasting. We get to
I think Piven's great for his one scene.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I kind of got a third tier category of
Yeah.
guys that made one scene in here. Like you have Tom Noonan, who was like
Yeah.
the setting
Also,
Yep.
up of the guy. Paul Herman was just a blip on it, more of a cameo. Martin Ferrero was in the initial,
Oh, yeah,
very
you're right.
initial
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
stage. Henry Rollins,
yes.
Hank Azaria, William Finkner, like these are guys that like made like one or two scenes, but I thought they were like fucking phenomenal. Of that third tier, I would probably give it to William Finkner because it's kind of like the role he's like kind of usually does. Is kind of like a villainous type of white collar asshole.
Also, the diner manager, the asshole who fucks over Haysbert.
Yeah, it's pretty
he's
good.
Really good.
Yeah, definitely.
Any thoughts, Bobby?
I think you guys covered it very well. We got to get to recasting, but I thought it was well done.
I got
Whoa,
that
great
guy
job.
first.
Yeah.
And I had Fichtner. I don't know if he counts or not, but I feel
Not anymore.
Okay, I just had him listed. For me, I know who he is, but I don't know
If this was like
know.
97, 99, it was Fichtner was doing well.
Graduated too.
He was graduating, yeah.
I have the detective who informs the other cops of the bank robbery. He's the guy from Malcolm in the Middle. He's one of Hal's friends in Malcolm in the Middle. Hal has his his black friends. They're all
Oh yeah.
Okay.
He's the one of them. The guy who's like, hey, did you guys hear? Do you guys know something about this Macaulay? He's doing a bank job or something. That guy. That's who I had.
Sure. I would go with you had Xander Berkeley.
Oh, Xander Berkeley. Yeah, of course. Ralph. He's in 24. He's in T2.
That was my that guy.
T2, yeah.
All right, now I got
Air Force One.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I mean, I'm also Tone Loke's my guy.
I love Tone Loc.
Give me Tone Loke.
We're in a Tone Locusance at this point right now in 95.
Dude.
Yeah.
That's fucking
The year
great.
before, you got fucking Ace Ventura, Blank Check. And now you got Heat. Like,
Yeah,
he's just like on one right now. Tone Loc.
He's on a roll.
Yeah.
definitely.
Damn, good picks.
Let's
I
see.
don't have any other that guy.
Hold on, would you guys consider the driver for the shootout scene of that guy or no?
Dennis Haysbert?
No.
No.
Okay, I didn't know what level. I don't think you had put him there, but I thought you did
You
a
should
good job.
know who Dennis Haysbert is.
Okay, I'm just wondering for everyone else.
Pedro Serrano? Absolutely not.
I mean, Tom Noonan is definitely
Noonan.
also.
Yeah, he's that guy for sure. He's a Michael Mann contributor, frequent contributor.
Yeah. I mean, he was in RoboCop, though. I think he was a Robo. No.
That's
No,
that's
he was-
Peter.
Peter, yeah, sorry. He's in a bunch of shit, though, that you might have, seen. He actually
Pete
recently
Weller.
died.
Peter Weller.
Good
Peter
answer.
Weller.
Good answer.
That's fucking right. The job, fucking
Peter Weller's
the
great.
future. Yeah, I'm good. We can move to
Recasting.
recasting.
Now, I had done a little bit of research. They said that originally they were going to have Keanu Reeves as Val Kilmer's character, which I thought could work. I like Val Kilmer in this, but I could also see Keanu being part of it. I wouldn't have been mad at it.
Basically, fucking Point Break at that point.
Well, I mean, he had done Speed the year before, so Keanu's big time.
I'm saying bank robber movie.
Well, yeah, I'm
Keanu.
saying, but he would fit in. He's done this.
That's okay.
I'm
yeah.
not saying it's a bad thing. I'm
Oh,
just saying
okay.
it's point. It's
I thought
Point
you were
Break
saying
esque.
Okay.
No,
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah,
saying it's very much like Point Break.
Yeah, but I think he bowed out to do like Johnny Meganomic or something. I don't know. It didn't work out for him. Whatever. Clearly, yeah. Good for Val Kilmer though, because it's an iconic role for him.
Definitely.
Go ahead if you guys have any recasting.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go right for.
I think the cops, I would say, need a stronger.
That's
supporting
exactly where I'm
crew.
going. Go, Woj, go ahead first. I'm
Michael
ready.
T. Williamson.
You don't like Michael T?
Oh my lord, dude!
I think
I don't believe him as a fucking detective for a second. Now, granted, the one part I will mention that I think other people will arrive at as well is that it is a little tough. He's got kind of the character cement hold of you see him, you go, "That's Bubba," and you kind of have to remove him from that.
Well, he got this because of that.
Sure.
Yeah.
My issue is that he's not he could play a good cop, but he's in his role, he's like the asshole. He's like, I need you to get your husband to fucking come over here, and if you don't, you're going away. I don't believe him for a second. You look like a marshmallow, man. Not physically or anything, but I just don't believe him being an asshole. And then you watch it again when he's doing anything fucking physical, he's just too tall. He looks goofy. He's running low and it's
Yeah, I can agree with him in that.
Well,
it looked
he
like
was
a
the
very
reason they got busted. They did see him, right?
I'm just saying though, in general, watch back
Either
his physical
his
movements
yes.
is dude, you just don't look
very
like you.
stompy.
I think we could all agree. We said, I had said, that De Niro gets the better crew of guys, actors.
Sure,
Oh, no shit.
without
Yeah.
a doubt. But give me, give props. Wes Studi, fucking believable as hell as a cop.
He was believable.
Ted Levine,
Very
believable as
believable.
hell.
Yes.
He's got some good guys there. I just think Michael T was the one guy where I would put.
We need a bigger name. I feel like.
I would put Ving Rhames, man.
Ooh, I
Ving
like that.
Rhames,
That's good.
okay.
Ving Rhames for sure. I also had this nice little curveball. I feel like they didn't really give Henry Rollins a whole lot, and Henry Rollins in '95 is a menacing motherfucker.
Yeah.
Henry Rollins as
One
a
of the
fucking
cops?
detective, hell yeah.
He could be on the crew with Sizemore too. He could have been one of the.
Could have been a guy,
Yeah.
yeah, on the crew, but like Henry
I like
Rollins
that.
is a badass, and if you give him that role of like, hey, I'm the fucking asshole here, and you're either going to jail or you're going home. Like, what do you want to do?
You know, it could have been good, like in for the like another cop, but he's probably too big time. I think he's too big of a star to maybe be like this role, but like. I think he'd be like Costner in there as one of the other cops. I think he could be good, man.
Well, I have a thought
I
on
think
this.
Costner's white bread.
All right, hold on. I was thinking Tom Selleck as possibly one of the like police officer, like captains or something like that, or Don Johnson. Throw him in the mix, like more
Don
of a.
Johnson, I
I'm
like
always-
Don. I
I'm
like
always a
Don
Don
Johnson.
Okay, I know. I'm
Don Johnson, we're a fan
I
of
like
you.
Don
back
Johnson.
on.
I
All right.
like that. That's
I'm
a
just
good
saying,
one.
like, I want Al Pacino to at least maybe have to report to someone, and if it's either one of them, I'd be cool with
Hell,
that.
even Keanu could have been one of the fucking other cops.
Yeah,
I mean, you need like
he
a
was in Street.
We-
Was that Street Kings?
yeah. We need like another like because like De Niro's got Kilmer and Sizemore who are both like good big actor, especially Kilmer at the time. Like that's and all like Pacino gets is like Ted Levine, who's obviously known for Buffalo Bill, but outside of that, he's not. He wasn't really like you know what I mean. Like the star power is a little unbalanced as far
Sure.
as the cop crew and the robbery crew. I feel like.
I definitely agree. A
What
little
about
unbalanced.
tossing Nicolas Cage in there?
What about like
I know that's kind of a wild, but
Mickey Rourke or something?
I don't think he could ever be a backup though. I can't imagine Nicolas Cage be like, hey, you're only getting like 2 minutes of screen time and him being okay with it.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is like they would have to beef up one of these cop parts more. Like Michael T's the one who gets the most to do, and Ted Levine gets a little bit, but then before he gets killed. But like the rest of them don't really get necessarily a lot of stuff to do.
Right, that's fair.
Whereas like Sizemore and Kilmer have a little bit more stuff. I feel like to work.
Yeah, I
with.
agree.
That's,
All right, I'm good on recasting. What's
Okay, let's
next?
move it on to. Well, I don't really. Is there any Neil? I don't have any Neil
No,
drops.
not really
Do you have
on
anything,
this one.
Woj? Just the
Yeah, so this has a tremendous soundtrack. I didn't
Really?
hear more than 2 songs in the entire fucking
I
thing
didn't-
because
Yeah.
the majority of the movie is all score. And it's like random, like, little pieces of like 30 seconds that are just in between it. The only song that I did pick up, though, was Top of the Morning by House of Pain. Fucking great song. Check that one out.
Oh, that was in the club, right? Yeah.
And then I do like the there's a couple scenes where they're like looking out the window and they're like looking like off into the background or whatever, and then there's ominous. It happened like 4 or 5 times. It just was like a reoccurring thing. But the last thing I would say is like the score at the end of After as De Niro is dying. I really enjoyed it. It kind of like brought the film to a nice resolution of like audibly. Like it just kind of like it allowed you to go like, okay,
There was an exhale.
he's dead.
Sure.
And then I
Yeah.
also like that they did end it right after that. It was just a
I think
firm cutoff.
I think 2 other scenes that stand out with like good background, like the score, is like when Pacino's chasing him down the highway and he gets the helicopter and then he gets in the car, and I remember that one being good. And also when they start the bank robbery, when De Niro walks in, it's like dun 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 dun, dun, like kind of picks up. It gets more intense as
Sure.
the robbery's going. I think they did a good job with that.
Okay.
Let's
Next,
move on
moving on.
to cinematic shot. I mean, like the bank robbery, obviously, like most whatever in that is.
How about the view of L.A. at
Yeah.
night? That was pretty nice.
I have the view of LA, but I will add on
it's like a
the
green screen. Though.
CGI look
Yeah,
like
it's
shit
terrible,
when
yeah.
you really look. If you don't look very
No, I
intently
know
at it,
it.
you just
Yeah.
like
In
In
oh, okay,
passing,
cool.
yes.
I like the more of the daytime view when De Niro and Chris sleeps over and you can see.
Sure.
How it is.
Ocean or whatever.
I also like the shot when they're coming down the water tower after spying on them, and there's like a kind of like a wide shot, and it's like they're coming down the stairs of the water tower. Kind of made like a Breaking Bad type of thing. I like that. I thought they looked cool.
I like that. Okay.
All right. Spin-off, prequel, sequel. Now I'm going to mention they have greenlit Heat 2. Very exciting. DiCaprio, Christian Bale, Adam Driver, Austin Butler.
When is
Jesus.
this coming into production?
This next year.
Oh my God, definitely.
So I'm assuming now that DiCaprio's gonna be like the De Niro, the Macaulay. Christian Bale will probably be the Pacino role. That Driver will also be another cop, and that Butler will be like the Val Kilmer. They've shown him like training with guns and stuff, so that's part of it. I don't know this for sure. I'm just speculating, but I would imagine that would make sense because, like, you know, because De Niro and DiCaprio, both Scorsese guys, kind of have played similar. So kind of just make kind of be fitting that he would take the mantle from De Niro in that role, or in a role similar to. I don't know if it's a prequel or if it's a totally different set of criminals or what the plot is. Details are scarce.
Yeah,
just know the casting.
Very cool.
So I think that's pretty cool. As far as like my own ideas, I don't really have particularly too many. I mean, you could go like with prequels where Pacino and the he's like, what he said, he's in the Vietnam War or something. He was like a Marine and then becomes a cop and that kind of thing. Or you could maybe have De Niro coming up and being in prison and doing jobs. I think either one would be cool. But do you have any specific ideas you guys have? Or?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like this exact crew, everybody here, 10 years earlier as like an 80s heist movie with like this type of action where they can like actually do stuff. I actually wrote down like more Point Break type of shit, like action based. I'm not saying De Niro's going to be surfing or any shit like that, but I just like a little bit more physical things. Like this one, you can kind of see everybody's like more seasoned and they're like running around doing crazy shit is like for children. Like we're professionals now. We walk in, we walk out under a minute flat, no fucking, sounds or whatever. I just think, showing these guys when they were in their like early 30s, because like right now in this 90s, they're probably what, like mid 30s, right?
Who is?
De Niro.
No, they're like in their 40s or 50s.
Okay, so De Niro,
Not
Pacino's.
50s,
Oh yeah, dude.
Well, Pacino's like
They're
80
old,
now.
man.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, them
You're
like
right,
a little
maybe.
bit earlier would I
Check
think
that
be
for me.
cool.
I thought he'd be in his like 40s, not 50s.
Al Pacino's movie came out was 55, so he filmed it when he's
fuck outta here.
54.
Wow.
Or
Jesus Christ.
1940.
So I would also say the general like obvious choice is like what happens to Chris. He's the one that got away.
Ooh, yeah. That's good.
Unfortunately, Val Kilmer died, so that kind of, to me, I'm a thing of like, you can't just implant another Chris and go like, this is Chris.
No, yeah, I don't know if they're doing. I don't think they're doing
They
that.
can't.
I think if they are, it's going to be a prequel type of thing. But I don't really necessarily think that would work because it's like,
I don't want them to go that
they don't,
route.
because they don't meet before unless it's like two separate stories. But then I hope they're kind of just doing a different, like its own thing.
Could Chris
that's
become the
similar.
new John Voight?
Well, Chris is dead. I mean, Val Kilmer's dead.
I'm saying
so-
you can't bring back, to me, you can't bring back a guy who's dead
Yeah.
and go, hey, this is Chris. He did,
Wait.
the actor.
What do you mean he's dead? I thought Chris...
Val
Val
Kilmer,
Kilmer
is
is
dead.
dead.
From what? I thought he got healed up.
No, not the character, the actor.
No, I'm saying bring him back in the sense that he's the Voight, but he could be a voice over the phone.
I'm saying we can't bring him back because he's dead.
Voice
He also
works.
had throat cancer.
Okay, you guys, we have enough samples of his voice. He easily could be the guy on the phone. He could be fucking like Charlie's Angels. No one knows who the fuck what's his name is Charlie because it's just a voice. It's just, a silhouette
We
of
could
him.
maybe do that. I
I'm
don't know.
not,
I don't know. God, be creative.
Not gonna lie,
God
Bobby,
damn.
that idea was worth 0 stars. Moving on.
He's dead.
It's moving on. Switcheroo.
Switcheroo. I don't really have.
I just thought there could be a cool like interjection, or these crews could work together with. You ever see the Clive Owen, A Man on the Inside or Man Inside?
Inside Man.
Inside Man, maybe.
Yeah.
Whatever
I
it
didn't
is.
care for that one.
Whatever it is, whatever your
What about
feelings
the usual
of.
suspects?
It's a thing about these guys being very thought out, meticulous. I think it works very well with De Niro's crew minus Waingro, but like everybody being like, hey, we're on this like inside job do it up this way. So I think they could have interjected
You
some.
want to throw them like with the town guys? That'd be cool. But they're like also they're dead, like in the movie or whatever.
No, but I think
Yeah,
the Usual Suspects, they actually are like based around L.A. You know, they work in New York, so I think that would be more palpable. And I didn't even get my prequel sequel. I would have loved to see Voight as a prequel. See what his character was until it became a broker, you know, basically of crime.
What if for like a Switcheroo crossover, maybe you got like Keanu and Patrick Swayze from Point Break working a job with Neil and them.
That'd be cool. Like at least one of them on the.
That could work.
Like it's kind of like the Fast and the Furious. Like Brian is now turned to the dark side, so to speak, and Keanu's character is again. He tried to be a cop, but he realizes like I just don't like that. I want to go back to robbing banks or something.
Sure. All right.
Piggy Nits time.
Yep, Piggy Nits.
So I'm going to start just with the whole thing of the case being based on Sizemore calling someone slick.
Don't like it.
And that being the, I don't know, smoking gun or whatever, if you will, launching the investigation off of that. Seems pretty loose and like, I don't know, like that wouldn't hold up. Like how many people use the word slick? He's the only person, and it seems like a lot of happenstance and luck that would.
It seems like it's a shot. It seems like it's a shot in the dark that ends up paying out. Like they throw this thing out and going like,
I don't like it either.
This guy's slick. This is his name. They end up looking into it, and then they go, well, this guy went to prison. This guy went to prison. This guy, I think Chris was also in prison. Or you know, it's like kind of the thing of like, oh, hey, maybe these guys are a crew.
It should be more something like forensics or. You know, or maybe like someone like accidentally lifted their mask up, like Wangro, you know, did something or something like that, and then he rats on them, or you know,
that'd be an easier thing.
Something, or like maybe they noticed, like you know, like you had something on them, like some logo or their tattoo, like Gem in the town, like
Jim and Gem,
something that wasn't intentional and that he thought was taken care of, and then he missed it, or someone saw it, or you know, something like. For the basis of the case, to
no, really, I definitely agree. Could have substantiated that a little bit more than just like this guy says slick. Let's look into him type of deal. I also will mention though with that scene of them surveilling them. Why are you going to dinner together? I thought if you're like professionals, you know, like hey, I don't want to see you. Like this would be best case if like we're not seen together, we're not best friends. I don't know you. Like I know. Macaulay and is his last name Macaulay? Him and Chris are like bonded, but to me, I feel like him and Chirito are kind of like more like business associates. Like, hey, I tolerate you.
I think they're boys too. Not as much as Val Kilmer and
right.
Him,
I think that it runs a little bit.
I think there's at least a professional
courtesy,
respect, and I think they have a background where their families that they've done this. Before I don't know. I assume that they're meeting because they don't think anyone's looking into them. Why would they be?
Why would they?
There's no reason that we have to be hiding.
Right, I get it.
But I see what you're saying. Like then Macaulay's such a cautious fellow that he probably wouldn't risk that. You think? So I do kind of I can see what you're saying.
It's just the professionalism part of it. Like I would have thought that they would be like Macaulay, especially being like I don't have furniture in my house type of guy would be like. I'm not fucking going out with you guys. When the job comes up, I'll contact you. We'll do it that way. But
while we're on that, I'm just gonna segue off that. Like, De Niro breaks his rules all the time in this movie. With the 30 minutes are flat, or if you can't leave
30
somebody,
seconds,
30 seconds. Sorry, he helps Chris out when he gets shit, which you know that's good. But
you're helping out, but he's not even taking his own rules into account.
Like, and then he goes back for Wangro at the end. He starts a relationship with Edie that he knows he probably can't keep going.
No.
A lot of things that he kind of goes against his own.
Thank you. I thought that was a huge, like, you know, what?
I think in the parking lot when they're about to kill Wangro, De Niro, man, keep your foot on him or something.
Right.
How do you not have your weight on him or like
time out?
Anything?
They would get him. Sorry, you're not slowly.
Well, I think you would have a silencer on the gun most likely. First of all, that would probably be smart, and you would probably also. You just shove him in the trunk and then you shoot him like Goodfellas style. You don't shoot him and then put him in the trunk. You put him in the trunk first.
Yeah, then you got blood going all over the place. Yeah.
But you have the garbage bags already.
Yeah, the
The
plastic's
transferring him if you shot him. I'm agreeing with you.
Oh,
If you
okay,
shot him
yeah.
on the ground.
Because then the
the
blood's
transfer
gonna go,
then
on the ground
on
and the
your
DNA.
arms.
Whereas the other way you
Yeah.
can clean it up easier.
No, they fucked up. They
Kind of
fucked
like
up.
Crime 101.
You also could have knocked him out and then put him in the trunk.
Yeah,
and then
crack him
killed
over the back of the head.
You know, like we have the butt of the gun, but I'm assuming De Niro wanted to be like
Or
personal
a
with
quick
it.
club, just like,
You know,
poof.
but he fucked up. Like you should just have your foot, or your knee on him, something, or like,
I didn't buy that
or-
though because I don't
yeah.
think he would have gotten away.
or maybe
No
like
offense.
if anything, like Waingro could have like
tackled
like
him or
stabbed him in the foot or the leg or
leg.
something, and then like he crawls under, and then I don't know,
Or
like
runs away.
something where it's like
Or he runs away, but they don't shoot
a
him.
commotion got started and he blends into the back, or like
Yeah.
the cop starts to come over to them or something where they had to lose focus on him.
Sure.
A little more better, could have been better done, I think.
Yeah. I got some smaller stuff earlier on.
Mm.
Why is there duct tape around the barrel of the rifle?
didn't
And the
notice that.
opening
I didn't notice that.
heist doesn't track a whole lot to me. They go with the kill shot on that third guard.
Yeah, 1, 2, and then the head.
2 in the chest and then 1 in the head.
Execution.
The head wasn't necessary. Like you're shooting him point blank with the fucking
no,
assault
I'm for it because confirm your kill.
Double tap. Yeah, I get it.
Well, that's triple tap.
Well, whatever. It's good. It's better
I'm
than
just saying, didn't need to do that. You already had him. He was gonna die.
I've seen the guy get shot in his chest twice and live.
They should have just killed Wangro right then and there too. Honestly, why not just put
Yeah.
one in the back of Wangro's head right there?
True. De Niro is just not. This is not the guy I want to see romantically.
Or Pacino. In the beginning, also he has
I'll
the.
honestly, I'll dig
Look,
on Pacino
because his girls.
I would prefer
better
Pacino
looking,
over
yeah.
De Niro
But
to them.
De Niro's kissing and
Yeah, that
just
was
general
weird.
chemistry with
Fucking
Edie
weird.
was
Not
not
good.
there.
No.
Amy Brenneman,
Yeah, she
I
get
think?
no
Brenneman.
offense. They could have went somewhere else with her.
As we said, he's talking to her in front of a green screen. It looks like when they're on the nighttime in the
Right.
city. It's a cool ass view, but then they zoom in and clearly tell it's a green
Pixelated,
screen,
yeah,
and
yeah.
it's like, why you guys shot in L.A. for everything else? Why not just shoot what happened?
Right.
right.
What
I
happened?
don't understand. Again, we talked about De Niro, no furniture in the apartment, but I guess Woj raises a good point. He's trying to leave quick as possible, so maybe I could see that. Still, maybe get one couch or a chair, something in there would be nice.
Right.
Sure. I'm just. This is more of the character not getting a whole lot. Danny Trejo doesn't get shit in this.
No, he's like the phone,
Weak,
the phone
yeah.
conversation, the death scene, and then a little in the diner. That's
Yeah, he's
kind
got
of
like
it.
4. I would have liked to see Danny Trejo
Uno
being
more
more
scene, yeah.
involved
Well, he's a-
in the heist at least.
Yeah.
Maybe rolling with a gun.
Yeah, well, he was in the. I think you had the one with the hockey masks on.
Right. I mean, he's technically like the driver, I
Yeah.
guess, but like it's still something where I'm like, you could give him a gun, see what he
I
can.
think had it been like 10 years later, he would have had more because he wasn't like an established
Sure.
actor yet, and he just kind of had a look to him.
No, but you're
I'm
right. They
guessing.
had to put a bow on this at some point because it was already over 2 hours. Like they should have got rid
Well-
of some of those romantic scenes and
Yeah.
bolstered other spots. But
During the bank robbery, so they come in without masks, and they get in there,
and then
they put them
Why?
on. But aren't the cameras already have seen
Yeah.
your face, and
Yeah.
you have to go in there with them on, or keep the sunglasses on, and then
I mean, they
put them on over the sunglasses or something.
they don't
Or
they don't explain whether maybe they know, like you see kind of how they're posted up. Maybe there's something where like they're not fully in view.
Now, granted, it is the '90s, so I know that there's not as much
Many, yeah.
extensive security and
Right.
cameras and things, but still they have basic. In a bank, they're going to have cameras.
Sure.
Now, I know they had mentioned a scene where they were going to take out the alarm system, so maybe they did something with the security.
It's not explained,
They
though.
don't really
I
go
get
into
you.
that, but that'd have been a nice, like, oh, we scrambled the recordings or something, or, something
Mm-hmm.
where it's like, so you don't have to worry about your face as much because everybody's there seeing your face, and that's definitely on camera.
Right.
Right.
And then when you leave the bank, they have the mask off because they have to blend in.
Mm-hmm.
But they have the sunglasses, so it's like it's something, but is it enough? I don't know. I question it.
I got you. The drop man who gets killed in the car just does a horrific job of dying. He's like gets shot and he's like, oh no.
Wait, Dennis Haber?
No, the drop man
Oh, in the pickup truck.
in the pickup
Okay,
car.
yeah, yeah.
It's bad. Look back at that one. It's terrible.
yeah.
You got this is the quintessential thing of the movie. You got a lot of heat on you, and then you do a bank job. What the fuck, man? It makes no sense. It makes zero sense. De Niro being a smart guy, as you said, going back on the rules, that's like number one. Like, the cops are on to us. Let's hit a fucking bank in broad daylight.
How did Waingro track down Trejo? How did he know where to find him to beat him up for the info, to give to Henry Rollins, for him to tell the cops, for them to bust the bank robbery? It's a lot of moving pieces.
I think they don't show a whole lot of the
There's
pieces.
a lot of gaps there.
They don't show a whole lot of pieces where Waingro was easily in the planning of the.
Maybe, that would make more sense.
So
if
they just didn't have a scene there where they put those two pieces together where like they had to plan the first heist together.
Or maybe if the first scene would have had Waingro with Trejo and he talks to him and he's like, hey, so man, where do you like to go? Oh, I like to go to this bar around here. And then maybe he tails him to the bar later on. And then there's a thing where like, then you get a Trejo scene where it's like he kidnaps him or whatever. Hey man, what's up, buddy? What's up, brother? And then that's how he gets a hold of him. And like you said, Woj, too, a lot of the scenes, how does Al Pacino know that they're going to the metal shop? How does he know they're here and there? Like where's the info coming from? The intellect? I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, again, just in general, there's a lot of stuff that's not. It's not explained thoroughly of like, hey, this is how we know about it. It's just kind of like you need to just kind of draw your own conclusions that they just kind of put the pieces together.
I have one big one.
Sure, go ahead.
The cops, Charlene, Val Kilmer, waving them off, them not even taking him into custody.
Do you not have a picture of the guy?
Exactly. It's not like, oh, it's a black guy, so it's not him or something. It's clearly Val Kilmer. You could see he has the same color hair, the blonde hair. Granted, he cut the ponytail off or whatever. Okay. But like, so you're telling me that this random person who happens to look very much like Chris, who pulls up to Charlene's house, looks at her, and then he just decides to talk to these guys playing basketball at 10 at night to go get some bread.
Yeah, I need bread.
And then not only on top of that, they pull him over down the street, and they're not like, they don't have like a picture of him as like, hey, I know his ID says he's so-and-so, and the vehicle's so. It looks like fucking Chris. Maybe bring him in for a questioning.
Yeah, I think you can do that.
Like,
I think as a police officer,
as a person of suspicion. Yeah, like
that.
I highly doubt they're gonna let him just swing
do
on by.
Do they have any evidence of?
Yeah, they witnessed them doing
either
the
way,
bank robbery.
it's the fucking 90s. They could just be like, "Hey, we're taking you in."
They have all the they witnessed Chris shoot at everybody on the street.
I'm just saying they could literally grab a guy and go like, "Hey, we're going to take you in for
They can hold you for
questioning."
24 hours or 48 hours or whatever, like without having to release you.
Sure.
So there's no way they would let him.
Yeah, fair enough.
Let him go. Mm-hmm. Also, like maybe if you want to do that, Val Kilmer should have acquired like a policeman's uniform or something where he's in disguise. Where it's like
you really want the town all over.
Well,
again,
I'm just saying because then they would make sense if they let him through. Be like, oh, officer, whatever, you're good. Like, let me wave you through. Like, he has a cop hat on, so he doesn't look like it. Like it, you could do many things with that. Where he's just some citizen who again, Ashley, you don't see Ashley Judd do that. Like, I don't know, like how intently are they watching her as well? Like, it's just like you would think
with her antics of like,
he's not getting past the end of the street.
No, I know.
There's no fucking way.
No way.
Yeah.
And
last
one, Pacino would have been fucking reamed, fired if he set up that scene to take him down. And you have 8, 9 dead bodies, a bunch of civilians shot. The damage done from that whole scene. It was an operational failure by the police because it would be cheaper for them to let him walk and then pick him up somewhere more isolated, not middle of the frickin' day downtown.
Well, that wasn't the plan though. That started to happen when Val Kilmer started shooting.
No, I'm just saying if they knew that this was going to occur, it would have been easier to pick them up, like let them steal it, tail them, or like tag them, and then pick them up. Not as popular.
They were going to do that, but Val Kilmer spotted them.
Oh, okay, so
it's probably. I mean, it's like when they start shooting at you, you're not going to just be like,
no, I understand.
Hey, we'll let you get away for a bit.
Pacino says they're out of the bank. We can't take them till they're in the car. Wait till they're in the car. But then, right before Val Kilmer gets in the car, he spots Bubba.
No, I know, but that's the problem. They shouldn't be able to spot you if you're doing your job.
Well,
right.
that's the whole thing. It collapses. They did a bad shit. They did.
So I guess from that, I'm just saying the fallout from that, he'd be fired. Sorry, because he had another failed attempt earlier with the whole bank or the other robbery for the precious metals. Sorry, like, dude, you're striking left and right.
The precious metals. They didn't get anything with the precious metals.
I'm just saying
it was just breaking and entering.
No, I get that. I'm just saying he's becoming a little too lax, a little loose. So I don't know. I'm thinking he would be fired or reamed.
I don't think I think he's like the star detective, and he's got so many years on this force that he's probably got friends.
Like forced retirement then or something, because it's like now there's bodies everywhere.
Also, he saved that girl. If that's worth anything.
He would never have taken that shot if he was a police officer. You're gonna trust yourself over a guy who just does something like this real quick? You don't take that shot.
I got
I'd let him keep the money, drop the girl.
Yeah, cops never reload in that scene.
Nope.
You never see them reload once. You also see that car, which is like a fucking 4-door sedan. There's no way that car is making it 50 feet. If all those cops are shooting at it.
The one that Dennis Haysbert got killed in?
Yeah, I mean, like, it's getting riddled with, like, large caliber bullets, shotgun shells. Like,
you would think, too, maybe Dennis Haysbert, like, he's not really that great of a getaway driver. He didn't even notice anything, like anybody setting up or...
Yeah, like, look in your rear view.
Yeah,
dude.
right.
Like,
he wasn't surveying
He
the
has
scene.
the scanners. Nothing came on the scanners. I mean...
That's bullshit. There's something that would definitely
Yeah, and also
up.
you would think once it's a gunfight, he should have like some fucking backway alleys or somewhere to go. Like, hey, I got a shortcut. We can
should also
You should
be
plan
like,
your route,
cut
ABC.
through. Like, if you know, like if the cops are gonna figure out that you're doing the bank, they're gonna cut off the major streets and the major
Right,
intersections and shit. Like, you got to have a backup plan. I don't know.
No, I agree. I just, in terms of the same thing with Danny Trejo, is like, give Dennis Haysbert something more so that we get a little bit more of like what he can do.
I'd have liked another scene with him.
Just nothing to see what he can do. It's just like, hey, you're in the kitchen and now you're in the car driving and shittily driving.
Maybe they should have had like a prison scene in the beginning of the movie where it's like Neil's in prison with Dennis Haysbert and
A quick, like, just
Chris
snap.
and all them. And, maybe they have a little like, hey, man, I heard you're getting out today, brother, or whatever.
Sure.
Like, good luck.
Something.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, he walks up to him and he's just like, you in or out? Like, again, breaking rules. Like, you would have vetted this guy and known, like, hey, is he still good? Is he a fucking informant? Is he,
He's playing too
De
loose.
Niro
He
just
doesn't even
walks up
listen.
and goes, you in or out right now.
Yeah, they should have given De Niro's character more motivation to take more risks. Because his character, like you said, he's not a risk taker. He's very meticulous and plans everything out.
He wouldn't have walked into
But
any of those.
if he needed a specific, like if he needed the money, like for example, I'm going to use Breaking Bad as an example.
Sure.
Michael Ehrmantraut in that show, kind of like a Neil type, but he's a former cop, but now he's a bad.
Right.
He does he plans things out. He's smart, but the reason he takes risks is because he needs the money for his granddaughter and her family.
Right.
Otherwise, he wouldn't be doing this. So
Sure.
he needs something like that, where it's like Edie needs the money or somebody,
right.
or like
he's got no skin in the game.
he's got a son or I don't know, a dog, whatever. Someone needs he needs this money more than he needs to not take the risk.
Sure.
I don't know.
I got
Fair.
you. I got the last couple here. It's a good thing Jeremy Piven, got the hair
Yeah.
done up.
He learned by the time Entourage came out, he needed some
Love you,
better plugs.
Jeremy Piven, but that was
That's
you can
brutal.
see it. Trejo ain't saying shit. His brains are on the floor. Yeah, he's having a whole conversation for like fucking a minute.
Help me.
Yeah, I don't think. You also don't know how long it's been that he's been there. So, Edie just accepts that he's a murderer and a bank robber.
Right.
Like
Just
that.
She seems very desperate for affection, or she's very lonely, or something.
something.
Also, I think I said it before. If these types are professional hitters. We're the silencers. You need silencers. You're
Right.
shooting
sure.
loud guns in the
All
Trejo's
over,
house
yeah.
and here and there and everywhere. Like, don't you want people not to hear you? Isn't
I
that-
guess if you're, like, for example, Van Zant, he doesn't have a neighbor for at least a quarter mile. You could shoot someone with a 9mm. No
But
one would
still,
say
if you're trying to be cautious,
okay.
and,
Conspicuous, sure.
inconspicuous,
Yeah, sure. You should have a suppressor, but I always say for Robert De Niro, he had a smaller caliber gun when he, I think, executed him. Maybe it was not a 22, but
or
it was small.
when he kills Trejo, take a pillow and use that to muffle the sound.
Yep.
Something.
Something.
When they're at the hotel, if you're doing surveillance on a guy, whether they know about it, they're under the watch or not, you don't have somebody at the back door.
Yeah.
Right.
You don't have another unit scoping out the alleyway.
Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah.
Pretty lax. And then my thing is that, again, same thing with De Niro not, following his own rules. Pacino's coming up with the gun. You are in the car, like you're about 2 seconds away from getting in the car. Whether it's towards Pacino or not, you reverse, go fucking 40 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Get in the car and drive away.
Well, the only thing I would say is I think he's trying to keep Edie out of it, so that's probably why he didn't do it.
Well, that was his whole thing. He looked at her 30 seconds. I got to,
But I agree with you. Tactically, it makes, why wouldn't you just
stay in the car and drive
Also,
the
he
fuck
should have
away?
parked the car in, around the building more. Like he originally did that, then he backed out and reversed, so he was, leading that way.
Right.
But he should have faced the other way, or had the option to go left or right. So that way his car's hidden behind the service entrance, and then that way you could blend in more and you could turn the one way towards the airstrip or go back on the street if there were no cops or whatever. But if you know that you're going to trigger the fire alarm, there's going to be cops and fire trucks and ambulances.
Blocking that back alley. Yeah.
So I don't,
And then the last two is Pacino's like, give me that shotgun.
Yeah,
It's so fucking heavy to run with the shotgun compared to a
good
pistol.
distance on the gun either.
Yeah, it makes no sense. And then my kind of last thing is I get what you're saying. Pacino sees De Niro's shadow, and so it's a quick draw. If you look back at that split frame, it looks like De Niro slips.
Yeah, you could have had him.
And
Yeah.
kind of was gonna shoot and then does a this. And I don't know if he slips. I don't know if he hesitates or whatever, but it just is a little suspect. Again, it's exactly as you brought it up as a theme of De Niro, never hesitate. Hesitated at the last fucking second, and now you're dead. It's kind of that.
Neil McCauley,
And also,
hypocrite.
he doesn't fire from a covered position. He easily could have,
Yeah.
if you're going to fire at me, you better catch me right
Yeah, you
between
don't
my
jump
eyes,
around and go,
not
boo.
Like this. I got you. It's no.
It almost should have
I would have been sitting behind that. I'd be got him, bitch. Boom. Pop.
should have Pacino throw something to make a noise and then
make him jump.
He comes
a little
out
bit.
and then you come from behind him or something.
Sure.
It's just saying everything you did at the final scene not tactical.
Yeah,
Everything else before that tactical.
We kind of talked about, but I do think I'm pretty sure we can debate it, but I'm pretty sure Waingro he was not working with the police. He did not know they were watching.
You're right.
him.
Maybe I can understand.
I mean,
that.
we can check it
Pacino
out.
somehow. Now, I don't know how they found this out. Granted, I think maybe Henry Rollins told them. I'm guessing that he's staying under the name Jameson. Why Henry Rollins? Maybe because he's getting the money or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
So that
It's on 2 payrolls.
no,
sure.
I know that. I know he did float the info
Mm-hmm.
to the snitches to the jails so that Neil would hopefully hear it and come back. So
All right. Yep.
I'm good on
Yeah,
picking
let's
this.
wrap it up.
Ready to do this thing.
Yes.
We're actually doing the same time of the movie in our review.
Hey man, it's a 3-hour movie. Oh yeah. Also, in picking it, let's cut 30 minutes off of this.
20 at least.
2 hours, 50 minutes. Now, I know that I would say that the relationship things are important to Michael Mann. I know he knows that, and all these action things take place around them. But for me personally, I don't really care about the relationship stuff as much, except for maybe Val Kilmer's one.
Val Kilmer, sure, but everything
And
else.
the Pacino one with his wife, maybe you could cut down on it. I don't really care about Edie and Macaulay. I just want to get to the parts with Pacino, De Niro, the bank robbery stuff. All that stuff is elite. The rest of the stuff really drags the pacing down of this movie, which is, I would say, the one outstanding negative of this movie is the pacing is very slow and the runtime is bloated. So if they could cut 20 to 30 minutes off it and maybe crank the pace up a little bit, I think it would be even better.
I definitely agree.
All right, own it, stream it, skip it. Let's start it with Woj.
Yeah, this
And
is
your grade.
This is an own for sure. Again, quintessential action movie, bank robber, movie heist in general. It's great. It's definitely great. I honestly was watching it through. It brings up a good amount of picky nits, so it does kind of bring me down a little bit as I obviously watch it more with more scrutiny. I kind of looking I would have thought that they would have done some of these things better. So it actually goes down to a 9 flat for me.
Yeah,
I
feel you.
So yeah, it kind of takes away like a full point for just stuff that, again, like as you brought it up, I was like, oh yeah, this stuff with Neil is like, that's hypocritical.
Mm-hmm.
But then as we just did picking Nits, I was like, oh yeah, that too, goddamn. So there's a lot of stuff that just ended up kind of popping up, and I'm like, it kind of just keeps ticking down. But 9.0, definitely still an own though, because again, it is a solid action flick. What you got, Bob?
I'm actually kind of going to mirror yours. I'd only give it an edge 9.1, own it. I think that, like I said, the fantastic scenes warranted enough to just give it a little bit of an edge above a 9.0, just because it's like, but to all your other points and some of the other pickiness throughout this, it's just could be better. Love it though. Great dialogue, great scenes, makes it count. There it is.
I go with own. I think to me, this is like, if TV was like rated R unedited, it's like a perfect TV movie where you can drop into certain scenes, the diner scene, the robbery scene, the big bank robbery scene, the ending shootout, Wangro. But then when you're at the relationship stuff, the Edie stuff, you're gonna change the channel and maybe go somewhere else. But like when it's on those other scenes, you're like locked in,
glued,
and like it's done amazingly well, like filmed. Pristine. It looks amazing. The way they shoot the guns, the set up the scenes, got a great cast, amazing 2 lead actors, 2 of the greatest actors of all time in the performances. But as we said, the pacing definitely, and the runtime, the bloated runtime, I think brings it, like Wo said, like kind of brings it like a full letter almost down. Like I got an 8.9.
Okay,
so
we're all
right about
there.
the same.
Yeah.
And if it was quicker paced and wasn't as long, I probably would have it like a 9.5 or something higher. Like but like as it stands, I feel like now I know these movies couldn't exist without this movie, but I would probably rather watch The Town. I would rather watch Hell or High Water. I enjoy them more.
Okay.
Now I know it's probably like a hot take. I'm not saying that their performances are necessarily better. Like the performances in the movie are great, but like the movie as a whole, I think
You'd take Hell or High Water over Heat. Interesting.
Yeah,
okay.
I think I would. I like the brother dynamic more.
Okay.
I like it flows the story
All right,
more.
that's fine. I hear you.
But I think they're all awesome. That being said, I just think that, like I said, the stuff we talked about, the negatives, can, especially if you've never seen it, maybe like deter you a little bit. But that being said, iconic scenes, like the most iconic, the diner scene, the bank robbery, untouchable. Like they're upper echelon, an unbelievable, like well done movie, and definitely worth your time. But just going into it, it's going to be a little long at times.
Yeah,
in parts.
It's a good amount to get through. Yeah. All right.
So next week, I'm gonna just kind of
tease us up because you're helping us out with one
so
of your
yeah,
colleagues,
my
one of your friends.
coworker. Well, actually, he's my coworker. He kind of works.
Just a dude that you know.
He's a driver.
Guy that you work with.
I make the pizzas. He drives the pizzas. He's this kid, Ricky, young guy. Just graduated high school last year. We tend to talk about TV shows and movies a lot at work. Me and him. I, told him we got the podcast, and I've invited him on. And he has spring break, I think this week and next week or whatever. So he said next week he'd like to come on. And normally it'd be Bobby's choice, but since Ricky's coming on, he's graciously offered.
Yeah, I'll hand it over.
Me and Ricky and whatever to
whatever
to
you guys
something.
Land on. Yeah.
He gave me a list of ones.
We'll leave that a mystery.
So yeah,
we'll leave it a mystery.
I got a list of them, and when we come back, we'll
get to it.
All right, sounds good. All right, Journeymen Lounge Podcast 126 Part 2 in the books. He was great.